and Dopey.
Two guys that hate each other.
Just shut your mouth.
I hate them.
Shut up.
Don't be unkind.
Shut up, bitch.
Oh, very nice.
Shut the fuck up.
You're a fine bunch of bullies, aren't you?
Opie. I'm Opie Anthony.
I could give a fuck. I'm Jim Norton, and I'm on the radio.
Shut up.
The Opie and Anthony Show. It's all about fun, fun, fun.
I'd love to spit in your face.
I will fucking kill you.
Shut up, stupid.
I'm just a zilch and I know it.
Who cares? We're trying to do a fucking radio. I know what we're trying to do. I'm sitting here across from you. I understand that.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Despicable asshat.
These dummies that work for us, you guys stink.
Ben looks like a tall baby.
Always laughing in the wrong places. Ben, where's the coffee?
You rock.
Hopefully he's going through a car wash with his mouth open.
And there's Steve.
Steve is a piece of garbage.
And you stink.
You are cordially invited to a robbery rape.
This is family entertainment.
This show is a disaster.
Opie and Anthony Show.
If you have any poo, make it now.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Spacewalk to save the shuttle. Next on a current affair. Kong.
A dangerous maneuver. Not too much pressure. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony program. Couple things. You're listening to a virus. Oh, you don't know it yet, but give it time. You'll be infected. You'll understand. It's the O&A virus spreading across America. We like to say spread the virus. And you can get your official Spread the Virus t-shirts if you go to opieandanthony.com. Thank you.
I can't take this anymore. What? I can't deal with the way the fucking food is around this shithole fucking city we live in. This shithole fucking melting pot, they call it. It's fucking foreigners that can't do shit right. Where are the white people? Holy shit! Give me white people. My God.
What's wrong, Anthony?
Well, my first attempt at my most difficult order that I always give every morning, my food order. Oh, it's so difficult. It's a bagel toasted with a side of cream cheese. Whoa! I asked for fucking filet mignon, medium rare. Send it back. There's not enough capers on it. What? And the only reason I get this shit fucking filler every morning is because it's so easy that it probably won't aggravate me because it probably, odds are it won't come here wrong. But every goddamn day, some dopey savage can't fucking put together a toasted bagel properly. This is the second attempt at my bagel for the day. The first one had some kind of red shit on it, which could have been ketchup or fucking blood. Who knows? But I sure as shit wasn't going to eat it, so in disgust I slam-dunked it in the garbage, which a new one is coming over by me right now. Thank you, Eric. Because the second attempt, this bagel here, is... You can't hear a thing, can you? I'm ripping it in front of the mic. Is it making a crackling toasted sound? No, because it's not fucking toast. It's not fucking toasted. Look at the side of cream cheese. It's a vat of cream cheese.
I don't know. The intern's got to get that toasted. That's got to be an intern.
If the intern asked for it to be toasted, they're assuming it's toasted, though.
I'm done. I'll fucking starve. I could give a shit. I've had it. This city eats my fucking cock. I hate New York City. People out there in the rest of the country, have a great time where you live. Don't come visit here. It's a shithole. It's full of savage animals that are trying to kill you through your bloody bagel or a bomb bus or something. I hate New York City. I hate it. I'm leaving this city as quickly as I can. The second we're done working at this station, I am moving. I'm going to fucking Iceland or somewhere. I don't care where it is.
Well, I got a few ideas that could get us fired.
Please use them. Please just break them out. I have fucking had it. People can't get shit right. There is the incompetence that is going on. It amazes me. I'm dumbfounded that something as simple as a fucking toasted bagel can't be dealt with professionally. and just be done with.
You got to do what I do. You just bring in your own food.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do that. We were laughing the other day at Opie. Opie is a genius, bringing in his peanut butter and jelly, his cereal, his oatmeal with fruit that he fucking concocts. He's like a lab tech in the goddamn office. He's mixing beakers and test tubes with milk and blueberries. And I can't handle it.
See, breakfast is very important to me, so it has to be right every day. And that's what I do.
Harry, I pray for your safety that you asked to be toasted. Please be honest with me.
I know that you have it toasted because you always have it in foil, so I asked for it to be toasted. Thank you. I was in such a rush to get it here before showtime, I didn't check inside the bag. I thought that...
No, you shouldn't have to. If you asked for a toasted bagel, you would think a rag-headed fuck animal could actually get it done. Could get it done right.
In defense of the ragheads, these people were Hispanic.
Whatever! White people!
Where'd you go?
The Great Pick-a-Bagel, which was supposed to be the place to get bagels.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I guess you better go back.
Pick a bagel. There's bagel in the name. They specialize in bagels. You would think they could get it right. You think maybe toasted is something they don't hear very often? I'll have a toasted bagel. Pick a bagel, take it out. Not toasted.
Would you like me to go get another one? I can do that for you, sir.
I've had it. I'm not eating now. I'm not eating. I'll wither away even further. That's it. My goal weight now is 95 pounds. I'll give that a try. Unfucking believable.
You got to get Sweetie a bagel. His blood sugar's low. There you go.
Blood sugar. I'll eat a fucking sugar packet from the coffee machine.
After you get that bagel, you'll
I'll
feel
be
better.
fine.
That's so funny you just said your target weight's 95 pounds, because I love that Celebrity Fit Club.
Yeah.
Not that I'm a celebrity, but I want to go on Celebrity Fit Club.
Yeah.
And this, I'm like, what, $160?
Yeah.
And I want to lose a lot of weight on Celebrity Fit Club and have them, like, saying, way to go.
Yeah, that's it. Way to go. Good job.
Your target weight loss for next week is 7 pounds. I could do that, sir. And just keep showing up week after week, more emaciated.
Just withering away.
And they got to compliment me on my weight loss because I'm doing such a great job.
That's what I'm doing. I'm calling Bob Eatman, our agent, later, and I'm trying to get into The Machinist 2.
Right.
That's going to be my movie.
Well, that's how my bit was going to end, but thanks, Ed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was going to say, until I look like Christian Bale from The Machinist.
The Machinist. I can't.
You got to bring your own food
anymore.
in. Everyone laughs at me, but I know exactly what I'm getting every single morning.
What happened to the corner store where you can go in and say, hi, how do you do, to a guy named Bill or Mark or Sam behind the counter and say, I'd like a bagel, please, toasted. And he'd say, yes, sir. Quite a hot day we're having today. Yes, it is. And you wait and get your bagel, and he goes, have yourself a great day in this great country of ours, the United States of America. And you knew leaving, you didn't have to check, because you know that Bob or Sam or Peter, he got you what you wanted, and you get back to where you go, and there it is, all perfect the way you asked for it. What happened to those days? They celebrate this melting pot in this city. It's a toilet bowl. It's not a melting pot. It's a commode. I've had it. The incompetence in this country. It's beyond me. No one gives a shit. No one cares about workmanship, their job, doing a good job. Just doesn't happen anymore. They don't have the energy to learn English. They don't have the energy to toast a goddamn bagel. Had it.
You know we have a toaster here, right?
Not the point.
We could have taken your bagel, it looked nice, and just toasted it up for you.
No, absolutely not the point. Oh, why don't we just get a fucking dough mixer in here and a big bagel oven, too? We'll just whip it up before the show. Why not? Let's get a few cows in here we can slaughter for some burgers later. Why not? The point is, it's a fucking bagel. I picked the easiest bit of food for someone to get so it doesn't get fucked up and aggravate me in the morning. and that can't even be done right. First, I get a crime scene bagel. I don't know what the fuck that was.
What was on it?
I don't know.
I saw the
Thank God it was on the other side that I started eating from. I'm biting, eating, and then I turned around and said, "Oh, great, what is this? What is this? Oh, my dear sweet Jesus."
All right, welcome to the Opie and Anthony program.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, Anthony. Good morning, little Jimmy Norton.
Hi, boys.
Oh, my God. It is Whip 'em Out Wednesday, I believe, right? Wednesday? It's Wednesday again? Yeah, cool. If you're looking for a WOW sticker, the address is up on opieandanthony.com. We're signing WOW stickers today because we have to get these out to some faithful listeners. If you need a WOW sticker and you don't want to go onto the website right at this moment and you have a pen, it's 111 West 57th Street, New York, New York, 10019. All right. And you have to send a self-addressed stamped envelope because we're cheap bastards at this company. And, of course, WOW is very simple. You throw the WOW sticker on your car. If you don't have a WOW sticker, you can make a homemade WOW sign. And there's a lot of ladies across this fine nation of ours that will show you their fun bags if you have a WOW in your car. It's been working for many, many years, okay?
Right.
So make sure you get a WOW on your car and join the festivities. Speaking of... Well, I was going to say speaking of WOW because I thought it was a WOW sign on TV this morning, but it wasn't. That's right.
What?
Our own Danny.
Yes.
See, we do assaults on the media on a weekly basis ourselves. We don't just leave it to the listeners to promote the show. We also help out in the effort.
Those are exhibitions.
That's
so
right.
People can get an idea of how they're done.
Well, we had another assault on the media here in New York City on Channel 5. It was hilarious. All of a sudden, Ann Craig, I guess, from Fox 5. Good Day New York, I think it is.
Good day.
She was talking about how it's going to be really hot today. That's the big story in New York City, that we're going to get up to almost 100 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
And she was out doing her stupid weather story, and next thing you know, Danny comes running in with his sign, the big cartoon sign that says Opie and Anthony XM Satellite Radio, spread the virus.
Big smile on his face, cell phone plastered to his ear.
It was really, really funny. The video is going to be up on opieandanthony.com in the near future. The latest assault on the media. They're happening pretty much every day now.
You could tell when he's going to come into frame because a bunch of pigeons fly out of the scene.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
It's great. Out of nowhere.
Well, Danny is in studio, too. What happened, we were watching live, which is so uncomfortable. I would rather, like, all of a sudden see you got mail, and then it's some listener from around the country. You know what you're seeing is already taped. You know what I mean? For some reason, it feels better that way. But to see one of these going down live is just so nerve-wracking for everybody involved. Including us just sitting on a couch and just watching Danny work his ass off.
You're watching smiling reporters, and you know what's going to happen, but they don't have a clue.
It's up already? Yep. All right, it's up on opieandanthony.com, the latest assault on the media. Danny in studio. What's up, Danny?
What's going on, fellas?
Very, very good. It was on screen for like 3 seconds, perfectly framed with a nice smile from Danny as he's on the cell phone going, look what I did to you again.
We heard a lot of, I guess Nathaniel was...
He was my co-pilot. He was my wingman today.
Coordinating from here in the studio, watching the TV and telling you when to go. And I heard him going, go, go. Where is he? Where is he? Go. And the woman was on screen for quite a while before you popped in. What happened?
Well, the thing is, with that shot, they were set up to face a completely open area. And the only available spot for me to hide out was behind this horse monument, which was probably about 30 feet away. So when he says go, 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 I actually have to like creep up behind the truck.
Oh my God! Can I interrupt? Who noticed the pigeons? You did, Anthony?
I believe Nathaniel noticed the
Holy
pigeons
crap!
flying
If you go
out.
to opieandanthony.com and see the latest assault on the media by Danny, who's in studio, there are pigeons just as you're looking at the screen to the right. And there's about, 5 or 6 pigeons, and all of a sudden they just start flying away like crazy. No, there's a lot more, it turns out.
Nathaniel said it looks like a John Woo movie.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden that means that Danny's on his way, and sure enough, he jumps into frame. That is hilarious.
Plus, you could also catch, if you notice the reporter before I come into the shot, her eyes actually turn away, and she sees me.
Uh-oh.
Before I hit the frame, and then they went back to the studio for a little bit, trying to stall.
See that, Jimmy? God, every assault on the media has a little thing.
A little something.
A little something, something. This one, you got to watch the pigeons. Watch the pigeons before Danny shows up in frame. Very good.
Can I get one of those seat cushions?
Oh, my God.
Oh,
Danny.
you got one, sir.
Danny has had a lot of successful assaults on the media, more than anyone else, I do believe. Very, very good. There it is, OpieAnthony.com. And we fucked them up pretty good because the first time, we should throw that online, too. They didn't know what to do.
Yeah,
They cut away from her. They cut away from her, and all of a sudden the anchors are in their chairs in the studio. They don't know what the hell's going on. They're like, and then they finally went back to the live shot because they had no choice, and then you nailed them.
Yeah,
Damn.
you could tell they panicked, and they were just trying to fill a minute.
Yeah, very, very good. Congratulations to Danny.
Yeah. Thank you.
You know how sick of those dumb cartoon faces the media's getting? They're tired of it.
Yeah, they're getting smarter and smarter here in New York. They're setting up with all sorts of angles, which make it harder. They're really thinking out their live shots. It's very, very obvious to us because we're pretty much professionals at this by now.
A lot harder now.
A lot harder. So we're going to have to count on the rest of the country to keep this assault on the media thing going eventually. Jerry in Connecticut. What's up, Jerry?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey, I got a great idea. Well, not a great idea, but why don't you send Anthony down with a microphone to that bagel shop to see if he can get it fixed?
No.
Come on, go down there.
It's not a wacky bit, my friend.
You need more white people.
It's not a wacky bit, my friend.
No?
I'm just, Look, I know it seems petty. I understand. It's the bigger issue here that you're not seeing. It's not just my bagel, me and my stupid bagel. Who gives a flying fuck, right? I'm the only one that really cares. You think I'm yelling into this mic so people go, poor Anthony can't get his bagel? I know you don't give a shit if I get my bagel or not. That's not the point. The point of this whole thing is the bigger picture. It's the incompetence that goes on in this country, and I see it a lot in this city. I don't live elsewhere, so I don't know what's going on. Perhaps I'm wrong, and it's just nationwide.
There's more white people in Connecticut, Anthony.
Yes, perhaps I will move to Connecticut. All I'm saying is it's a bigger issue. There's just every day there's people that just don't seem to give a shit about anything that they do. Whether it's toasting a bagel or putting a friggin' building up. There's just bullshit going on. That's all I'm trying to say. You think I'm trying to garner sympathy for my fucking bagel? Do you think I'm actually sitting here thinking people care and pity me for my bagel? Stop. Of course not. You should all, though, pity yourselves that we have to live in this country like this. Can't get what the hell you want anymore.
I love America, Anthony.
Me too.
So do I. I adore this country.
I think it's the greatest country on earth, even though I've only been to one other country. People are. I love people who do that one.
Yeah.
It's the greatest country in the world. Well, how do you know? How many countries have you been to? None.
None countries.
You're assuming a lot, my friend.
And you know, every time you say bagel, there's a good portion of this listening audience that just mumbles Jew food.
Yeah, I know. It's Jew food.
All right, moving on, because we have such a busy show. It's Whip 'em Out Wednesday. We discussed that already. We already discussed our latest assault on the media.
Opie Anthony, the Opie, Paul Anka, and Jimmy show. That's what I'm getting on instant feedback.
I'm just getting wham, wham, wham.
Bagel gets toasted.
I'm getting wham, wham,
wah, wah, wah. I get
here.
that one.
Aunt, your bagel's here.
Oh, boy.
I'm sure it's fine.
Wait, this is your third bagel
Here
of the
it is.
morning.
Someone had commented, it was on the phone. Okay.
Is he still here?
Yeah, Potato Head.
Okay.
Oh, what happened, Jimmy?
No, Harry just gave me back $11 out of a 20 for a bagel. Maybe he had my other breakfast, too.
I got your breakfast.
Okay, cool. Thanks, buddy.
What do you think, Ant? You're inspecting that bagel.
Because now I really am taking a close look. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
It's just a knife. Relax.
Yeah, it's coming.
He'll get a knife for you.
They don't know any better.
So the knife wasn't in the bag. Relax.
At 45-degree angle.
Jesus. Let's go to Potato Head. It looks like Anthony's third bagel is a good one. Potato Head, what's up?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hi.
Hey, I just wanted to do a comment on what you were talking about for the 6 o'clock hour.
Yeah.
Anthony, I'm a cheaper bastard than you.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you
Okay,
talking
but-
about? Anthony was just talking about this just before showtime, how on the instant feedback you guys comment about stuff that's being played in the 6 a.m. hour here on the East Coast.
Yeah.
And we have no idea what they're playing because we set that up like weeks in advance. So what bid are you talking about?
It was the price of his wedding ring.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
All right.
I went to Walmart and paid less than $100.
You paid less than $100 for a wedding ring?
That's right.
And does she know the difference?
Cheap bastard, huh?
Well, are you still married?
Oh, no. Not because of the wedding ring, no.
No?
Yeah, just got divorced here about 3 weeks ago.
So how much did the ring end up costing?
Oh, shit, that's about $2,000 a month.
That's a lot of cash.
Yeah, my kids are worth it.
Wow.
That's all child support.
Child support.
I ain't paying no out.
How much was the wedding ring?
The wedding ring was between $70 and $95. I can't remember exactly.
They really sell rings that cheap over there?
At Walmart.
With the little diamond chip in it?
I had no idea.
Yeah, I think that was like a tenth of a carat or some shit like that.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Hey, one other thing.
Oh, God, no.
Opie, yesterday when you mentioned the maybe having the listeners vote on the winners of the Salt on Media,
Yeah.
it's weird because I called in about 5 minutes before that to suggest the exact same thing.
Well, I guess I ripped you off. Who?
Oh, no big deal. I was just thinking it was kind of odd because you're...
No, it's not really odd, sir. It's a Captain Obvious type thing.
Yeah, because
we're a very interactive radio show, so why not get the listeners involved and have them vote for the best assault on the media for the year?
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, the person answering the phone just said, okay, and hung up. You know, so I was like, the end of that. Then you mentioned it. But anyways, punching out.
All right.
All right, bye, guys.
All right there. Thank you. All right, busy show. So let's see who we have coming in today.
Oh, let's look. Guests on the sheet here today.
Well, somebody spilled whiteout all over my paper.
Well, maybe it's on
Is
page.
that-
It didn't cover the little black lines in between. Just
Mine didn't print out properly.
Well, maybe it's
cut
on
the whole top off.
Maybe it's on page 3. Maybe it's on. Oh, wait, it's got to be here. Yeah, there's no guess once again today.
See, why is Wow put in the guest thing?
Yeah, maybe
to make it look like there is a guest.
Maybe that should be the exasperated explanation when you see that we have no guests.
That it's empty. Wow.
Wow. How much?
That.
No guests.
Again?
Well, I booked a guest.
And our guest yesterday, because now we're keeping close attention here. Yesterday's guests were booked by XM themselves, not by the professional booker that we supposedly have working for this radio program. Yeah. Yeah, Rob Dibble works for XM, and Brian Herter drives the XM car.
Mm-hmm.
2 fine interviews, by the way, but the booker had nothing to do with them. But they say they're working hard for us. So, yeah. All right, well.
Thanks.
Thanks for nothing.
Thank you very much.
Here's a quickie. Remember yesterday we were talking about Queen?
Yeah.
Good old Joey Paisano, a good friend of mine. And ours.
Why are you calling him a queen?
Who?
What did you say?
Oh, really?
You talk about Queen and then Joey Paisano.
Joey, you heard that, right? Listen to the replay, and you tell me what I said, and then you take care of Anthony on your own time.
I'm trying to remember the tie-in between Queen and Joey Paisano.
Joey Paisano loves Queen, and Joey Paisano wants us to use all our muscle to get him a backstage pass to meet Queen. Joey Paisano is spending about $6,000 to see Queen.
So he's asking you for a favor?
He's asking me for a favor, yes. And I told him he was insane, because without Freddie Mercury, Queen, how good could Queen really be?
It's not Queen.
It's not Queen, but these bands have decided to start doing this. You know, the Doors there without Jim Morrison. They're still touring.
Yep.
With what's his name from the Cult?
Yeah, Ian Asbury.
Who's a great singer, but I don't want to hear him singing Doors songs.
It's not the Doors.
I don't want to be, tricked into thinking I might be actually listening to the Doors. The Doors were Jim Morrison. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Yes, Robbie Krieger. I get it. Yes, Ray Manzarek. Blah, blah, blah. And Densmore, a complete waste as far as that band went, by the way. Anyone could have done the little tapping drums. There was a million guys doing the little cute tapping drums back in the day. And he's the most bitter guy out of the whole bunch.
Really?
Oh, my God. Just cash your paycheck and shut the fuck up. He had nothing to do with the Doors.
Matter of fact, someone's doing the tapping drums under the console right now.
That's me and my nervous habit. Been doing it for years. Shut up.
It's going dunk, dunk, dunk.
Ray Manzarek got the Doors back together, whatever. Well, it's just him and Robbie, and then they got Ian there. And Densmore, the bitter fuck that he is, said, no way.
Yeah.
No way. He had nothing to do with the band.
But Jim Morrison was,
Yeah, and there's other bands, like Nirvana without Kurt Cobain, hello.
Was never
Hello.
gonna happen.
Of course not. And these other bands, why is Queen going on without Freddie Mercury? Freddie Mercury was the whole band. And a lot of Queen fans out there emailing me saying, Brian May! Brian May! What about Brian May? Yeah, he was great. Yeah, whatever.
Very unique sound.
Whatever. But Freddie Mercury was Queen. End of discussion.
Yeah.
It's like, if Brian May was that talented, couldn't he have started his own band kind of like Dave Grohl did?
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Dave Grohl was quite successful after leaving the Nirvana thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Brian May wasn't that successful after, Freddie Mercury died.
Just milking the Queen thing.
Well, I think he put out a few solo projects and played with other people, but never really made it on his own, now did he? So how great is Brian May really?
Who sang with Queen on that one of those benefit things they did a few years back?
I don't know.
No one remembers that one?
I really don't know that one. The answer to that.
Someone came out and sang. It sounded really good. Can't remember who it was.
Dio?
No. Wasn't Dio.
So it turns out that Queen is moving on with Paul Rodgers. And they're playing on the East Coast and the West Coast, I guess. A few shows here and there. I guess they've been doing this in Europe, someone was telling me. And they're selling out like crazy. And great. Have fun, It's something I don't have an interest in.
Oh, it was George Michael.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I do remember that.
And he did a pretty good job. I guess you need that fag up front with Queen for it to really sound good. But he did a pretty good job with Queen.
I need a gay singer with an overbite.
Oh.
Anyone? So we got some samples of Queen with Paul Rodgers on vocals. Because we were discussing this yesterday.
Paul Rodgers, of course, from Bad Company.
Because I just said, like, no way. But at least let's be fair and then listen to a couple samples and see what everyone thinks. The new Queen with Paul Rodgers on vocals, okay? Little taste. You can hear the Brian May guitar.
Yeah.
That distinctive sound. It sounds like a cover band. It sounds like
a bad cover band.
It sounds like karaoke.
I mean, Paul Rodgers has an all right voice and all, but it's not Queen. It's not Queen.
We are the champions.
I paid my dues time after time.
Sounds like a Bad Company song.
A minute no cry. And when the mistakes I've made a few, I've had my skills and things in my way.
music out to the audience.
Yeah, let the audience sing the song. I love when bands do that.
Yeah.
Hey, ass, I came to hear you sing it, not 10,000 people.
Here comes the difficult part. Let the crowd sing it. Awful. Yeah. No.
Nah.
Joey, $6,000?
Something
Six
like
large,
that.
6 G's?
Something like that. Nice. He'll enjoy it, though, and that's fine. And I'm sure other people will enjoy it, but personally, I don't like it.
You think they'll bring a little round table up right to the front of the stage with some champagne on it? Put it down there. Him and his best gal can sit there and watch. Paul Rodgers will give him a little salute from the stage.
All right. We're going to take our first break. It's awful, right?
That is really bad. No business him being up front.
First break on the way. We got to get back into the sex teacher thing.
Oh,
that story's exploding today, and we were just touching on it as the show ended yesterday.
She's a drunk. Turns out she's a drunk.
Is that part of the deal?
Yeah.
Nice. That makes the story even hotter. This story gets hotter by the day.
Hot drunk mom.
So we'll definitely get into this in a few minutes. Was this the story? We had another version of that. Okay, and we got some audio and stuff. Mm-hmm. So we'll do that after the break. Also, I think we're going to do a fart thing today. Who farted? A new game on the Opie and Anthony Show.
Really?
Who farted? And other things. We're just...
wait, Beach Danger on Fox.
What?
Beach Danger. I just saw their big graphic they put up.
Well, let's get Travis TV on it.
Beach Danger.
Fox 5, Good Day New York. Beach Danger.
Stupid news.
Stupid news.
Ben's hog is just big enough for my baby.
Well, I do have big tits, goddammit.
God damn it, what night?
Whip 'em out Wednesday.
Whip 'em out Wednesday.
Don't forget the show is going on the road. We're going to be in L.A. at the X Games this Friday. I don't have the details in front of me at this moment, but we're changing the show time. Oh, there it is. Thank you, Eric. We're going to be broadcasting Friday from the X Games, 2 to 6 p.m. East Coast time. That would be 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the West Coast.
And like the old pioneer days, it's going to take us a month to get out there and get back.
Yeah, we got to take tomorrow off, and then we got to take Monday off for some reason, just to do 4 hours of radio. We're sending like 10 people. The money they're spending on this. Hey, I'm not complaining.
It's ridiculous.
It just amazes me the difference between satellite radio and commercial radio. This would never happen on commercial radio. Never, never, never. Those cheap fucks.
Absolutely not.
So
are we all leaving at the same time and everything?
Same plane out.
Same flight?
That's right.
Oh, party plane.
Same flight out and about 5 different flights back on Sunday.
Oh, is that what the deal is?
Something like that, yeah.
Well, the flight's at 7 a.m., which means Ope gets up at 5:40 to pack.
Right.
And we get picked up at 6:30, and we head right over there for the 7 o'clock flight.
5:40 to pack.
He's the worst. It's fucking, we're leaving in 10 minutes. Dude, I got to go home and pack.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you pack? I don't know.
It's a weird...
I just don't pack.
It's a weird thing I have to do. I have to pack last minute, always.
Oh, my God.
I could not go home today and pack for tomorrow.
Really?
I don't know why. I will be in a complete panic tomorrow morning. The alarm will go off about 4:15, and I think the pickup is at about 4:45, 5 a.m., and within that time I will shower, eat, and hopefully pack for L.A.
See, that's ridiculous. I am on the complete opposite end of the spectrum. You know what I do? I go home after the show, pack everything up, put it in the truck, and I drive to a hotel I already have booked right near Newark Airport. And then in the morning, I'm there already. I don't have to worry about traffic, no bullshit, nothing. I am there already.
I'm the king of last-minute stuff. I don't know why. It's the only way I work. It's the weirdest thing. I've tried to pack ahead of time. It just doesn't work.
Could you stack them up today, like on your couch, even if you don't put them away, like just so you can still see them? Maybe your thing is you're afraid you're not going to be able to...
The trouble is he's wearing his clothes. That he can't. You can't pack your clothes if you're wearing them.
That's true. Walking out the door is also packing. It's the same thing. Hey, you gonna pack? Yeah, I'm gonna put the toothpaste in my pocket. Bring a little knapsack, a boy's knapsack with a milk thing in it. All right, guys, I'm ready for our 10-day excursion.
And then I don't know why I freak out so much because I'll overpack. I'll wear like the same thing more or less the whole time I'm out there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it won't smell or anything, but I'll have the same jeans for 2 or 3 days. I change my underwear, all that bullshit. You know, but and even wear some of the shirts if they're not smelling. It's weird. Yeah, I don't get it myself. When I was in college, I had to do the same thing. I had to study last minute and all that. You know, I'd have weeks to prepare for a test, but I would wait for the day before and then do the all-nighter and then prepare that way for a test.
Packing and travel and stuff, I'm a maniac. I have to be there on time, early, very early, and I sit around and wait, but at least I'm there.
Why do you say you're a maniac? Like someone's going to go, wait a minute, you have neurosis surrounding something? No one is surprised you're a maniac.
I know.
It would surprise me if you did it in a healthy fashion.
Yeah, leaving with the proper time. And
yeah, leave a couple hours early. I get packed the night before.
No, I leave 24 hours early.
Okay, Anthony's been packed since June 8th.
Sitting in my seat, buckled up on the plane, an hour.
Sir, it's not your flight. It's 2 weeks from now. Oh, I'm sorry. Can I get my bags out?
Yeah. I'll just wait here.
All right, let's move on
A
here.
little eager fellow walking up to the gate. Can I get on the aircraft now?
So eager.
Let's say hi to Joe in New Jersey. Joe, what's up?
Hi, boys.
Hi,
Hello,
Joe. What's on your mind?
Hey, today's my birthday, and it's an honor to share it with little Jimmy, the little angel.
Oh, thank you, buddy. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Hi, Boo-Boo.
It's not your birthday.
Yeah, it is.
Well, today is your birthday. We're so glad you came along. Today is your birthday, so we're singing you the song. 1 year older, 1 year bigger. Wow, you've really grown a lot. 1 year older, 1 year smarter. There's no telling when you'll stop. Today is your birthday. It's not his birthday! It was 2 fucking weeks ago. We're singing you this song. Make a wish. Shut up! Shut up!
Stop blowing out candles. It's not your birthday.
My wish didn't come true.
What was your wish?
Oh, my God. This is the new Pat Battle thing.
That everybody would just run over and hug me for my birthday.
Aw.
Birthday hug.
Yeah. That ain't going to happen.
I wish my birthday was that everybody would hug me and Anthony would wave from across the console behind the plastic. You know that birthday song? I wish I was there when they were singing it and recording it, just to stand in the middle of all the participants and just jerk off angrily.
Oh, my God. Here comes the new Pat Battle bit. Ugh. Doug the Trucker. What's up, Doug?
Has anybody ever told you guys you are absolutely becoming Oscar and Felix, the odd couple?
Yeah, we've heard that before.
Yeah, we can't. Honestly, we can't relate to each other anymore. That's a fact.
Aw.
I don't know.
Anthony used to
Pat
be.
Battle rules.
Anthony used to not really care about his appearance or anything, but now he takes it very seriously.
I really don't. I'm just...
Dude, you didn't even own a collared shirt when I first met you. Now that's all you wear.
I still have some T-shirts I wear around the house. Nicely.
By the way, Jimmy, have you ever seen that shirt on him?
Yeah.
No, not at all.
Of course not.
Of course I haven't.
This one, it's gray and white and has like palm trees on it.
Dude, your rotation is ridiculous.
I've never seen that shirt. I think I saw that in an episode of Vegas once, but I've never seen it on Anthony.
I think we've been back on the air almost, what are we up to, boys and girls? 9 months? 9 months.
Yeah, wow.
I've worn 10 different shirts.
10 shirts in the rotation?
You have worn about 100.
I have quite a few shirts.
You've worn about 100 different shirts.
What can I say?
It's amazing.
Hey, let me ask you, do you get your, I do laundry. I have a washer dryer. I do my own laundry, but certain things I have dry clean just because they last longer. Like jeans, because I wear them on stage every night. And it's like, you know, whatever. 3 days to get my clothes with this place.
3 days for dry cleaning.
I bring them Monday morning. So I know we're flying tomorrow. I'm like, I'll get them back by Monday, same day. Just for jeans and a few shirts that I can't wash in my place. 3 days I haven't gotten them. Monday, all day Tuesday, and it won't be here till like 7 o'clock tonight.
Who owns the place? A guy like named maybe Mike Mitchell? Something like that? Could that be his
wait,
name?
Wait. No.
Jim Peterson. Something like that?
Good last name? No.
No? Yeah. Oh.
It's not our Asian friends who are the greatest.
They are the greatest at the laundry.
They do what they say they're going to do.
Yeah, gotta love it.
This is a Spanish gentleman who's missing his lower teeth.
Ooh. Jeepers. It's got to be fun to go in and talk to him.
Probably from an angry customer.
Yeah, right. Probably for somebody else that had a flight.
All right, let's get into this sex teacher thing. Oh, you stop. The sex teacher, this lady rules.
Oh, boy.
42-year-old teacher banging the students, most of them 16 or 17 years old.
Yeah.
Married to a prominent business guy, dude?
Banker.
Banker, that's right, banker.
Investment banker.
Want to back up to yesterday because some of this text was very, very hot.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think being a banker is good at math and he does little equations like 17 plus 17 equals 2 guys fucking my wife?
Well, we talked about the one kid feeling a little vibration coming from the press box. While I guess his friend was in there getting banged by the teacher, right?
Yeah, and they were all chuckling outside.
The same friend describes one boy telling him with a big smile on his face that he just effed the teacher at, how are they saying her name? Geisel's house?
Yeah, Geisel sounds good.
Geisel's house. Another boy said he had sex with her later that night. The 16-year-old told cops that in one encounter at a friend's house when he was present, 2 boys took turns having sex with Geisel, and that at least one of them switched off with her 3 or 4 times.
Oh, wow.
Another boy's statement says she gave her conquest sex tips. Mrs. Geisel was talking about what he needed to do better when he's with a girl. She was also comparing the boy to her husband.
Really?
Oh, you think he would just really suck?
Jumped on, yeah. Probably didn't go down on her or anything.
3-pump Johnny?
Yeah. Oh, you see, guys, you gotta give a little taste, and then put her hand on his head and just pushed him down there. Shit. Giving him some tips.
This story is so sexy. It's so hot.
In the May 15th encounter, the 16-year-old boy told cops he went to a party at Geisel's house where a drunk Geisel later arrived in a cab. She started to talk to me in the garage. She started rubbing my chest and just suddenly kissed me, the boy told police.
It's like Dean Wormer's wife pulling up to a Delta house,
right,
all hammered and drunk, looking to get laid.
The boy later left, but returned that night when Geisel called him. When Geisel's son spotted the boy at the house, Mrs. Geisel made up a story about why I was there, according to the boy.
Wow. What was the story?
I don't know. So I guess, all right, she's a mother. She told me that she knew it was wrong, but she had been thinking about me for a while. We then took off our clothes and had sex, the boy told cops.
Wow.
Geisel is estranged from her husband, top KeyBank executive Thomas Geisel. She was axed by the school after police in Cohost caught her on June 11th romping with a 17-year-old boy inside a parked car.
Romping.
How embarrassing for this guy to have to go to work. Everybody knows your wife is being fucked by high school students.
Oh.
How awful. I'd almost take the wife who blows the toddler, like the ones who are banging the 7-year-olds. Hey, I married a kook.
She is disturbed.
She is a nut.
Right.
But this lady's not nuts. She just wants some young football cock.
Right.
She's not a pedophile. She's not a predator. She just wants young cock.
Right. And these guys want to deliver.
And they provide while old banker in the bow tie goes and brings home the bacon.
Let's go to Josh in Oklahoma City. Go ahead, Josh.
Dope.
Hey, I got a question real quick.
Yeah.
Is it gay if I'm jerking off right now listening to you two talk about
not
the teacher?
At all.
Well,
thank God, because I am jerking it like nobody's business.
As long as you're not yelling "lucky girl, lucky girl."
You guys take it easy.
This is just a great story. We got some audio I want to get to here. Who she is and what she did. Here's the audio.
42-year-old English teacher Sandra Beth Geisel was arraigned on charges that on at least 2 occasions she had sex with at least one underage male student. Legally, it's a rape charge.
There are only 2 E felonies, which only have a maximum term of imprisonment of 1 1/3 to 4.
Geisel spent last night in jail. She faces 2 counts of 3rd-degree rape and will apply for bail Tuesday morning.
It's technically rape. Are you? That's every kid's dream when they're that age.
16 and 17, there's no problem there.
No.
There's no
It's
problem
every
there.
kid's dream.
For a guy, a guy and then the woman.
And it's just such a double standard because if it's a 16-year-old girl with a teacher, then it's like creepy. But if it's a
Yeah, well, there wouldn't be like 3 16-year-old girls lining up to fuck a 42-year-old teacher.
Yeah, I know.
But there's also this physical aspect. Like, less likely that a male teacher is less likely that a woman's going to force a young football player to stick his mule in her than a guy to force a young chick to.
Right. After a February trip, students circulated photos showing Geisel in a scanty bikini, standing with some of the teens in their bathing suits while she had her hand on their buttocks.
Jesus.
So she's drunk taking pictures.
Whatever happened to being
herself.
discreet?
The husband's probably like, honey, what is this? I'm just having some fucking fun.
Having some fun, asshole.
Yeah, that's what's coming out today, that she's an alcoholic.
I love it.
Yeah. Just an alcoholic.
Shows up drunk in a cab. Hello, whore.
Falls out of the cab and says, I'm ready, boys.
She would show up on, I guess, field trips. She would go on these field trips, and the parents that were also there as chaperones would comment on how drunk she'd get on these field trips. One time, the teens had to carry her back into the bus because she was so hammered. Come on, boys. Who's gonna fuck me?
That's probably when they got the hand job, though. She was in a blackout. She didn't know she was doing it. She thought it was like those little beer tap things she was pulling.
Trying to get a little more out of it.
This is funny. Nate's got a great line. Nate in Brooklyn. What's up, Nate?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Morning, Nate.
You know, the news did not even bother teasing this one, just getting back to the news tease.
No.
They just came right out and said it. Hot, steamy, older woman on young child sex coming up after the break.
Yeah, they didn't have to make this story any more interesting.
Yeah.
Very good, Nate.
Take care, guys.
All right. Here's some more audio.
Geisel was fired in June from her teaching job at the Christian Brothers Academy in Albany when police say they saw her having sex in a car with a 17-year-old student. Since that's the age of consent, police did not file charges.
Where did they catch her doing it? In the hopefully not the school parking lot. She's not that stupid, is she?
I guess it is the age of consent. Wow, I was wrong.
But when a 16-year-old came forward, Geisel was arrested. A local lawyer says emails he's received claim Geisel seduced at least 4 high school juniors. One incident, allegedly, in the school football field press box, and all of them following a Florida field trip, on which Geisel reportedly provided alcohol to students and got very drunk herself.
Very drunk.
Very drunk.
Who's the faggot that came forward?
The rat.
What a jerk-off. He was probably falling in love with her and was jealous that she was banging other guys.
Maybe.
Does it say who came forward?
No, he's underage. They have to protect him. Little fucking cockblocker.
Albany DA says additional charges of the plying minors with alcohol could be brought up on her, and both in New York and in Florida, where the students had traveled. An unsigned June 27 letter to the school board members from concerned parents accused Geisel of becoming what is that? Irrepressible. What? What word is that?
How do you spell it?
Becoming so.
Oh, irrepressibly drunk. It
Right.
looked like there was a
Becoming so irrepressibly
intoxicated during the trip that she was unable to stand, and 4 juniors had to carry her back to the hotel.
That was very helpful with the word, though. I just liked what just happened there, because you guys are both looking at it, and then you say so irrepressibly drunk. Oh, yes, irrepressibly.
It was irrepressibly.
I actually knew that one.
But it was just funny the way it came out. It was like he said it, and you're like, yes, irrepressibly. Like just
It almost looked like a Q on my thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, they had to carry her back to the hotel room, all drunk. You get 4 guys carrying her back. I'm certain something happened there, too. She isn't just going to go, put me on the bed, boys, and then leave. Just a gangbang.
Prosecutors say they're lucky to have a case at all.
Society probably precludes a lot of young men from reporting because it's been felt that it's a conquest and not a victimization.
Oh,
Right.
Of course.
There you go.
Of course.
It is. I'd love to find out who told and just slap his face repeatedly.
It's every guy's, well, not every guy's. He might be dreaming of something else at 16, but it's almost every guy's dream at 16.
I still want to bang my
17.
French teacher from high school. I had such a thing for her, and I always got vibes off her, which was probably just being polite. But like you see all
You're
this
a French
shit.
teacher, too?
Yeah, man.
I had a French teacher.
Oh.
She wore, like, low-cut stuff, lots of cleavage, big boobs, blonde. Talked in that French accent.
Oh, no, mine completely conservative dress. She was just nice to me.
Really? No, ours dressed very sexy, and then people were always suspicious of what was going on there.
Mm. Yeah, there was always the hot young teacher in the school that everybody wanted to jump on. Then the old bags that made up the majority of the teaching staff.
Yeah, let's go to Boston.
I never had one of those teachers, though. That was like hot. Hot? I thought was hot.
I whacked my bag to every female teacher.
Every.
I had one, and I'm not kidding. She looked like a horse. She was awful, and her ass was big, but not in a good way. It was good, like, in a docker's pants way. It just big. She looked like, honestly, I had a body like Bruce Kelly, and I would still whack my bag to her.
You would?
All the time, because she was the teacher.
Oh, that whole...
No matter how awful a female teacher was.
Was it an authority thing on her part?
No, it was just dirty. I would just find something sexy because you're in class every day, and you're like, you know what, that ass isn't bad. Then, there it is, off to the races.
Weren't there girls around you that might have been cute?
Please, many. I went to middle school right across the street, 4 houses in from where I lived, which was a 30-second walk to my school. I would go home on lunch, jerk off, go back to school, and then just feel guilty like they could all see it.
Oh, because they could.
Probably. I didn't shower a lot. Why don't you wash your hair? It is washed. I'll never forget Lynn Rosenberg saying that to me. And I had a crush on this girl in class, and Lynn goes, why don't you wash your hair? And that was my answer. It is washed.
It is washed.
And it wasn't. It was washed in motor oil.
Oh, just real greasy.
Dude, I was filthy. And she said that, and the girl right next to her I had such a crush on. I was so embarrassed. And then she said, she like tapped me again and goes, hey, why don't you? And I just kicked her desk.
Wow.
To shut her up. I almost assaulted her.
Did you ever get Valentine's on Valentine's Day? Remember how on Valentine's Day the girls and boys would trade little heart-shaped cards and stuff around the classroom?
No, I never got them.
You never got them?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Did you have the computer program?
No.
When you were in school for Valentine's Day?
This was before computers.
No, that's the weird part. I mean, you know, we're older gentlemen, but I remember...
Older gentlemen? Jesus.
I remember it was junior high or high school. They had some kind of whacked-out computer program that gave you... you had to answer a few questions, and then, like, during 5th period, they're going to give you your top 5 matches of all the girls in your grade.
Oh, really?
That made for...
That's good. Computer dating at school.
That made for a really, really strange afternoon.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
And that was on Valentine's Day?
Yeah.
Nah.
And it just made me more depressed because I lucked out and one of the hottest chicks in my grade was on my list. I'm like, yeah, like I'll ever have a shot.
That'll happen.
Her. Right.
You know what my list said? Put a cracker on your forehead and lay on the floor.
Let's say hi to Boston. What's up, buddy?
Hey, guys. Happy birthday there, Jimmy.
Thank you, buddy.
You guys just addressed a little bit of what I was thinking is, you know, what fuck actually tattled on this? Like, what kid ruined this situation? Because I know when I was in high school, there was this sophomore teacher who we nicknamed her Cheese Whiz because, you know, the rumors were she had spread Cheese Whiz on herself and let some football guys, like, eat her out.
Jeez.
And you're sitting there, you're coming up through the ranks, and you're getting into your freshman, and you're looking to get to be a sophomore so that you just hope you're in her class and you kind of get that tap on the shoulder. You know, you're hoping for that. And now some kid just ruined this for everybody else in that high school.
I'm thinking that this kid got jealous.
Absolutely.
I'm thinking this kid got jealous because he thought it was a special thing between him and the teacher.
Yeah.
It wasn't. He saw everyone else banging her, and somehow he said something to somebody, and that was that.
He fell in love.
Oh, that's just bullshit.
That's the only thing I could think of, unless maybe the alcoholic teacher's son got involved somehow and maybe told his father, who, I don't know, went to the authorities.
Hard to keep that secret. High school kids, forget about it.
Unless it's one guy.
Yeah.
Maybe one guy.
You got to think the whole school knew.
Everyone knew. It was all going around the hallways, and it happens. You can't keep secrets.
Whoever ratted should get cancer.
I bet you it made the female students dress a lot sexier.
Sexy. How are they going to compete with her?
Well, we had the one gym teacher who was like an ex-Golden Gloves boxer, black guy, handsome. all the girls kind of liked him, and everyone knew he had banged female students, but it was like one of those things where you just couldn't prove it. No one had specifics. He'd come back with little white stuff on his mustache. I mean, everybody knew.
Yeah.
And eventually he did get busted for it. And
what do you mean he came back with white stuff on his mustache?
Well, he was allegedly doing blow, and a lot of people had said they would see stuff on the stash. You know, he was a party guy.
Oh, I thought some of the girls had yeast infections.
No. He had bread crumbs.
A bread stash.
No,
Let's
little
go to
loaf
Joe.
on his tongue.
Let's go to Joe in Chicago.
Hey, guys, how are
Making
you?
Anthony's bagel in his mustache. Go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, you guys were talking about there's pictures of her in a bikini with the guys.
Yeah.
You know there has to be some video circulating somewhere right now.
Oh, you think video too?
Maybe.
Well, I mean, so many video phones. I mean, you know these kids are at the parties. They got to whip out their cell phones and start taking pictures and action shots and video of this. And she's such a drunk, man.
She's a drunk, so she had to be passed out to the point where it was very easy to videotape her.
Oh, it's gonna surface soon, and that's like the next reality slutty porn video.
All right. I got to move on. The phones have, like I like to say a million times, have exploded.
Oh.
So we want to move through this as fast as possible here. Let's go to Miami. John, what's up?
Morning, boys. How you doing?
All right, John.
Listen, I used to get along with my babysitter. I was like in 5th, 6th, and 7th grade. She was like 16. She was smoking. One day we're watching TV, and I put on Playboy and like giggle, and it was Electric Blue. And things got on from there, man. For like 3 years, I never told a soul. I didn't want to ruin it. Didn't tell my friends because I figured they rat on me. It was a beautiful thing, man.
3 years. Nice run.
What finally happened?
Wait, but you were like 12 or 13 and she was 16, right?
I was a hairless little bitch, dude.
Yeah, but I guess that's a big age difference at that age, right?
Yeah, I never banged her, but she used to fucking suck my balls and everything, and it was a beautiful thing. Never told a soul.
Gotta love satellite radio.
That's right.
All right, John.
Especially if she's babysitter. That's a power thing.
Yeah, John, how did it end?
She just stopped babysitting. My mom was like, "You're old enough now." I was like, "Fuck."
No, I'm not. I'm very irresponsible.
I did
18.
Yes, Mother, I'll be 35. I'm scared.
Like, well, I don't know if I can handle a little sister. I think I still need her. She's like, "Now you're old enough." I was like, "Fuck."
That had to be a really sad day.
Yeah, but hey, it's for good memories. But one more thing. I shit you not, we played Strip Connect 4.
Jesus.
Strip Connect
Whoever
4.
lost Connect 4, the round, had to take a piece of clothing off. You can't make that shit up, bro.
God damn it.
Very good, John.
My babysitter, one time I tried to make her laugh. I took a slab of butter and I threw it against the upper part of the wall. And we giggled about that. That's my babysitter story.
That's it, huh?
You're getting your little hairless balls licked, and I'm throwing butter for the yucks.
Hey, we got Danny. She's a girl. She's from Virginia. Danny, what do you have today?
I was driving to work this morning, and I saw a WOW sticker for the first time, and I wowed him.
Ooh.
You did?
I did. Me and my tiny little tits.
Perfect.
It was awesome. And he honked his horn. It was very cool.
Beautiful.
And you guys out there question if this is happening. Unsolicited. Here's Danny. She's wowing all over Virginia.
You have little
I
bosoms?
would love to wow more, but I never see any WOW stickers. And by the way, I'm totally in love with Jim Norton. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Hi.
And
Hi.
You got nice little boobs.
They're tiny, but yeah. My boyfriend likes them a lot.
Tiny is nice.
There's nothing wrong with tiny.
Not at all. Are the nipples big?
Well, they're not big, but they're not, like, non-existent either.
No, perfect.
I have turned the corner. I completely hate breast implants.
Do you?
Completely.
Me too.
Yeah.
Completely.
Big
They're
fag
so gross.
ripples on the side.
How are you supposed to titty fuck somebody when they got implants?
That's a good way to put it.
There you go.
If you don't have a WOW bumper sticker, get that on the back of your car.
So Danny, if you saw more WOWs out there, you'd be flashing, right?
Oh, God, yeah.
God.
Totally. Jimmy, are you coming to Virginia again?
It'll be a little while. We're doing this whole thing up here, so it'll be a while.
Well, will you let me know?
Yeah, of course. Just email me, and I'll make sure I get back to you.
Well, okay, well, I need your email address.
yellowtreats@AOL.com.
Yellow Treat?
Yeah, TREATS. It's off. You can go off my website. You can get it.
Okay.
There goes.
All right.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Have a good
Chalk
one.
up another one for Jimmy.
Nah, she has a boyfriend. She's in Virginia. It'll never happen.
By
But
the
she
way-
likes to whack my bag.
We could pretty much take WOW sightings all day long. This thing does work.
Like fishing.
We just don't waste as much time on it as we used to because we're a very busy radio show these days. So
Very busy.
Self-addressed stamped envelope. Send it to us here in New York City. We'll send out the WOW stickers immediately. That address is up on opieandanthony.com, okay? WOW indeed works. Let's go to Ray in Greensboro. Ray, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
What about the dads, man?
What?
You know, they're the dads of the
Oh,
parents
dads.
of these kids are going to form
some kind of support group that it's going to be dads only, and they're going to sit around and drink beer, smoke cigars, and share the stories that their sons told them, so their moms won't know about it.
Anyone with this guy?
I know what he's saying. He's kind of like being guy-oriented and silly.
Yeah, you can't tell your wife, you can pat your son on the back, If
right.
your son's nailing the teacher, Jesus, that's great.
Yeah, the father wouldn't mind, I'm sure.
You can't tell your wife, and the guys are all going to, oh, yeah, Jimmy came on her face,
Man, what do you do as a father in that case? Because it's like, you got to think.
That's my boy.
Yeah. You think it's as easy as that? Because he feels some responsibility. His kid's 16. He probably figures the kid can handle it. It's got to be a little bit of a dilemma there.
It all depends.
It's got to be really, really hot for the father thinking about wishing that happened to him when he was his son's age.
At 16, sometimes you're mature, physically, mentally. You're a guy, and sometimes at 16 you're still a little dweeby kid. If you have a kid that's a guy, who's growing into a man, then that's fine. If you have a little 16-year-old that looks like he's 12 and still plays with little toys and stuff, and that might be a problem. Then you'd probably be upset.
Let me ask you a question. Did you ever see a photo of me when I was in high school?
Yes, I think I did on your website.
It's atrocious.
You didn't like yourself much?
Well, who did?
Yeah, at 16 I looked like I was 12. Easily.
You still look like you're 12. Blonde hair, you're slender. Skateboard. Young buck.
I gotta tell you, this is getting a little uncomfortable.
Why? I'm not saying anything weird. Are you my friend?
It's getting a little uncomfortable.
Well, then don't sit like that. What am I supposed to do? You're all propped up on one elbow. Christ's sake, who are you, David Cassidy in 1976? How does a man not look?
David Cassidy.
Are you saying I have David Cassidy hair?
No, not the hair. It's the way you're on one arm and your other arm is extended. I can just picture your feet all splayed out, maybe on a bearskin rug. I don't know. I haven't thought this through. Black bearskin rug with little white stripes on it.
This is a little uncomfortable,
Why?
I must say.
For what? If you had a nice car, I'd admire that. You do. Just happens to be your body.
Oh, God. I can't even look at you anymore. Let's say hi to Joe in Tulsa. Joe.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey.
Hi, Joe.
Whose birthday is it?
Mine.
Well, it's mine, too.
Happy birthday.
That's
Thank
not
you.
why you're calling. It's not his birthday.
Not his birthday.
Yeah. Hey, about the French teacher, when I was in high school, I had this dykey, lesbian, nasty whore.
Oh.
She was just atrocious, and I'd look around the room wondering, which of the girls maybe she was muff diving with. And then I got to college, and I had the hot blonde teacher, and there were always rumors about her and the guys, and so then I'd look around and wonder who she might be nailing, but it was a different thing, and I wished it was me, and it wasn't. It sucked.
Wow, that could have been a really hot story, but...
Wow, I like your monotone delivery.
Instead, you took us to Dullsville.
And she was really hot.
Some people are just made to just listen to the show.
Right.
I mean,
there are
be
people that just don't
mean,
even need mouths.
Some people just don't need to participate.
Why'd you look at me?
Really check yourself, please, before you call the show.
Listen and enjoy.
Really pay attention and see what you got, what it takes to call a radio show.
Right.
Jesus. Let's say hi to Paul in South Carolina. Paul, what's going on today?
Morning, boys.
Morning, Paul.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you, Paul.
Oh. Hey, I wanted to find out somebody's golden ticket status. I don't know if you remember the regular guys out of Atlanta.
The fucko list.
Okay.
I don't even have
list.
to think twice. Fuckos.
No kidding. Now, one thing I do remember.
So, I mean, because you don't want to sound like who, but these guys follow the Opie and Anthony playbook. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, because
they even got in trouble for doing the wiffle ball bat challenge.
Exactly.
No one was doing the wiffle ball bat thing. It's tough to go down this road because then you sound like who. But they even got in trouble for doing the bit. We have the same agent. Those guys were taking a look at FoundryMusic.com every day. That was their playbook. That was their show prep. I have no doubt in my mind. Regular guys on the fucko list.
Got it. Because before I started listening to you guys, that's all we had in Atlanta. And when I started listening to you...
By the way, a little known fact about the regular guys.
Yeah.
Second choice for Atlanta. Second choice.
Wow.
When we got fired from Boston, guess who was supposed to be in their slot? But we couldn't see living in Atlanta. No offense to the people that live down there.
Interesting.
And then they had to go with the regular guys.
Yep. Listening to you after listening to them, you guys sounded awful familiar, and now I know why.
And by the way, those two guys hate each other.
Interesting.
They tried to make it on their own. They couldn't do it, so they had to re-team.
Yeah, I think...
They're on the fucko list. My
enough.
personal fucko list.
Thanks, guys. You guys suck.
All right. Add them to the list, boys.
Did you jot it down?
No, whackbag.com is keeping track of the whole fucko list.
Good.
And people with potential to have a show on XM Satellite Radio. A lot of confusion. People think we're just going to, blow up the channel and have 1 million shows on here. That's not necessarily true, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Let's say hi to Jason in West Virginia. Jason.
Hey.
Hey.
Morning, boys. Jimmy.
Hey, man.
Hi.
When I was in high school, my mom got remarried. Well, I later found out that my stepdad, and when he was in high school, used to bang one of his teachers. Her lunch was, they take lunch. I'm a stuttering, muttering fuck right now. God.
Wow. You are awful.
You know what it is, sir? You're scared.
I'm scared. Anyway, her planning period was right after lunch, and they would go at lunch and take her whole planning period at a hotel. And they ended up getting caught because her husband followed her one day because she left every day and was never there. He was a teacher at the school as well, so he took some personal time that day and followed him.
Yeah.
So that's my shitty story.
Did your father get a beating from the husband or no?
No. When they found out, they actually moved her to another school. But he was still a teacher there, so he ended up having to see him every day.
Oh.
All right, sir.
All right.
Thank you. Let's say hi to Jason in Tampa. Jason, what's up?
And I will be... hold on.
Opie and Anthony?
Yeah, what's up, Jason?
Hey, dude, this is Cowhead. We're live on the air in Tampa, Florida.
Hey, Cowhead.
How you doing? I hopefully you guys could feel my pain. I know you're handing out the golden tickets.
I love this.
And I, too, work for the assholes at Infinity Broadcasting.
And you want to just get fired right now?
Dude, we're in hell. Oh, it might as well be now before Friday, because it's coming. I figured only you guys, because we're big fans of the show, and unlike other radio shows that you guys talk to, we try very hard not to rip you guys off, and
Thank
we
you,
give
sir.
Credit all the time.
Are we really live in Tampa?
Yeah. Swear to God.
Hello, Tampa.
Have you guys ever been on here besides VXM?
I don't think we ever made it down to
No,
Florida,
never in
right?
Florida.
Yeah, but can I tell you how many times you almost made it on the air here at Infinity in Tampa?
I think they were trying to get us on that station, or one of them down there.
How many times I've been brought into a room and they said, it's definitely going to happen this time. Talk Radio, Tampa Bay. Opie and Anthony are going to come on, and you'll go on middays right after them, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right, great.
And you know how good Infinity is at keeping their promises.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
I have a real problem with Orlando. I love Tampa, but Orlando, O-Town, we have a real problem with.
O-Town.
Oh, because jack off Jim Phillips?
No, there's just a couple of jack-offs down there. They're trying to make O-Town sound tough. Just stop it. It's Disney. It's Disney Town. You can't be tough in O-Town.
Seriously, and Jim Phillips is 97, so don't worry about any of that.
No, we kicked his ass. He knows it. He absolutely knows it at this point.
You guys got a great escort scene down in Tampa, too. I've been there one time, actually a couple times down in Tampa, and Dennis, who owns the Bunny Ranch, has a lot of connections in Tampa, and he hooked me up. Yeah. I've had some nice escorts down there.
This is Hooker Central down here.
Oh, yeah. Very dirty place. I love it.
Girls love to make out with other girls here in Florida. Because I'm from New York, and that never happens there, and then you come here, and they just, you don't even have to get drunk.
Where have you guys been? That is happening everywhere. They're doing that in junior high school now.
Not in Philly, they're not.
That's the hottest thing going. That's the hottest trend, girls making out with girls. It doesn't matter what city you're in.
Yeah, all right, my bad.
I was down there for the All-Star game. You guys got a good arena.
Yeah, what, the hockey All-Star game?
Yeah, that was that was when I wasn't doing radio. I was just wandering around the country, and I made it down to Tampa, too.
Being friggin' rich and sitting home collecting money.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do?
Yeah, we'll be doing that in a couple of days, except not quite to the extent that you were collecting.
Wait, are they booting you guys or no?
Well, no. They hired a new general manager here, and who hasn't worked in radio in the last year, but yet when he did, he was specialty was starting Spanish stations.
You know oh, no kidding.
So they bring him in, and I'm like, oh, Jesus. So what I did was I did my next day's show. I did a whole 2 hours of it in nothing but Spanish. And they brought me in the office and yelled at me and said, it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen. And sure enough, now I'm hearing it's happening.
Of course. If the general manager specializes in Spanish programming, then bye-bye. Also, the other thing in radio, we should give a little insight here. When they bring in a new general manager, they fire everybody because the general manager wants to bring in his own people.
Yeah. And then they always give me that, don't worry, you guys will be fine. I'm like, please. I'm already taking most of my stuff home from this place.
Cowhead, I know the name. Where did you work?
Because I worked for that faggot Eric Logan.
Oh, okay. So you had to deal with those stupid haircuts too, huh?
And he's probably wearing some gay-ass pink shirt with a silver tie right now. With little midget pants on.
Hey, Buster, that's our Elo you're talking about.
That's right.
Only we can make fun of that disaster.
Have you been to his house and seen the fine Italy imported furniture and just the top-of-the-line stuff for Eric?
No.
I would love to know where this guy makes his money.
Logan?
This guy has money.
Yeah?
This guy has some cash.
I think you guys are very funny, but nothing is funnier to me to hear you dig on Logan.
Oh, really?
Oh, just because I know. I've been through it.
What kind of bits do you guys do?
No, we just get on and talk, and some days it's good and some days it sucks, I'll be honest with you.
You are ripping us off then.
But don't you have any bits that you like to go to, or what?
Like what? Like
Whip 'em Out Wednesday, the assault on the media.
We can't do everything we do. Either Howard says that he invented, so we try to stay away from all that.
Yeah, how stupid is that at this point?
And that's another thing. I love when you play the Howard Stern XM commercial.
Tell him, Fred. Talk on and on about how you invented radio. Tell him, Fred.
We do this thing at the end of the show where we ask listeners what they learned. That's something we invented.
Oh, that's a good one.
The What Did I Learn thing has exploded. I can't even keep track of how many shows that do that now.
Yeah, and that's the thing. We just we try hard. In the studio with us right now, we have like most TV shows have this gay guy that comes in. He's like a celebrity stylist, gossip guy.
Yeah. Okay.
So we got the faggiest of all fags, Mick Ferrari. Comes in every Wednesday for an hour and dishes the dirt.
The notorious FAG.
Yeah.
Good morning, fellas.
And what's the big story today?
I don't know. We didn't get to it yet. We were just kind of BSing. We're on hold with you guys for 2 hours waiting for somebody to pick up.
Well, listen, we don't feel like doing a show today, so we'll just listen to you guys.
You don't feel like doing a show?
We'll just broadcast you guys all over the country today because you were cool enough to call the show.
Well, that's the thing. I said, listen, I hear a lot of these guys. You listen to their shows, and I figured, what's the worst they could do? Rip on us for 2 hours? I'll take it.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, do you guys have any guests today? Because we're a big national talk show, and we don't get guests on this program.
Listen, I don't want to insult anybody on your staff, and especially Ben, because he's got the big hog from what I hear.
Yes, huge.
But you guys, it's amazing how lacking you are in guests, and I've even told Logan that it's ridiculous for somebody as notorious in the business as you. People should be clamoring to be on the show.
And if you knew how much money we pay a professional booker, it would make you puke.
I can't.
I do, and it does.
I got an 18-year-old intern in the other room that books more guests than you guys get.
Yeah.
Really?
And that's not an insult to you. It's just.
Well, the reality is she has some kind of relationship with Howard, so I think we're getting cock blocked. But no one wants.
Man, that ain't right.
But no one wants to talk about that because we have a contract. You can't say that. Well, really? Well, we're the guests.
Yeah, exactly. No, we've actually. We've been
had a
having
good run of guests.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you guys talking about the sex teacher?
What, the one here? Deborah LaFave?
No, we have another one up here.
Wait, you got your own sex teacher down there?
Yeah.
Dude, we broke it. We got the real hot one down here.
She's the real hot blonde one.
Oh, the one that looks like Christine Applegate.
Yeah,
but with the
really
kooky, crazy eyes.
Yeah. Yeah, she's really hot until you look her in the eyes and realize there's something going on there.
No, we have Beth Geisel, this one in Albany. She was at the Christian Brothers Academy.
I've been seeing her on TV all morning. Hot.
Yeah, she's been banging her students, about 4 of them. Gangbang, she's drunk, all the features.
We bonded with Owen LaFave, the husband of Deborah, on this show. He's been on a couple of times.
Really? And what's his take on the whole thing?
Oh, he just thinks she's an effing loon.
Oh.
So what happens? He picks up, you call him, and he just cries for 10 minutes and can't get a word out, then hangs up?
No,
How humiliating.
He's really not that. He'll come on and be like, yeah, she's a kooky bitch. I didn't know, you know. What am I going to do? She's hot, and I married her, and I ended up getting effed in the end, but it ain't my fault.
And when she left him, she took everything out of the house. Homeboy had nothing. He had no couches, anything. We had to bring that guy furniture.
Yeah.
How old was the kid she was banging?
14.
14.
Wow.
That's hot.
Did you ask the husband how big his mule is?
I asked him if he was able to get it up and all that.
If he was gay, he said no.
Said he could totally function just fine.
She is hot. I mean, you could see why he probably went for it. And then she turns out to be a nut like that.
Yeah, he's like, why does your breath always smell like Similac? She's like, no reason.
I went to school in Staten Island with a bunch of old nuns, so I would have been home whacking off to that chick if she was my teacher.
Oh, dude, she's unbelievable. She was the sexiest of all of them, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
How are you getting away with things like whacking off?
I don't know. I'm going to get fired anyway, so I don't care.
Yeah, we cleaned it up for you guys. We haven't cursed once yet.
I know. I appreciate it.
Hey,
We're on delay, but I don't care.
Do you like when you hear satellite? Do you guys like? I mean, eventually you like being on commercial. Do you want to get on satellite eventually, just for the national exposure and also the freedom?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, it seems that that's going to be the future of radio, and it's guys like you that are on that are setting that path now. You know, I mean, in the next couple of years, I think it'll be huge.
You do know you're talking to the pioneers of satellite radio.
I forgot you invented it.
Once again, ripping me off, Robin.
This is how delusional Howard Stern is. You know, we signed a big deal with XM Satellite Radio. We get national attention. They did a piece on us Super Bowl Sunday. It was a whole big thing. How this is the future, and this is proving it by signing a high-profile talent like Opie and Anthony. Then Howard makes his announcement and makes believe we didn't go to satellite radio.
Yeah.
Who was buying that?
He's the first.
Meanwhile, that douchebag sitting on an AM station here in Tampa that you can't hear 5 miles from the radio station.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hey, congratulations on Ron and Fez, by the way.
Yeah, we love those guys, and that was the first golden ticket. We got 4 left.
This was their home market, the old school Ron and Ron show.
Yeah, if Tampa doesn't know, Ron and Fez will be on XM Satellite Radio in the very near future.
They tried to bring them on here a couple of times, the same times that I got the meeting where I was going to be on the same station with you guys.
Yeah.
The Ron and Fez were supposed to be on that station, too.
Great. Yeah, I remember taking those meetings like, well, are you guys going to do it or not? It got annoying after a while.
Tell me about it. Try producing sweepers for 3-4 days, and all of a sudden they go, nah, it ain't going to happen.
We get a lot of mail from Florida, man. It's a good market it's like a good state, especially parts like Tampa, Fort Lauderdale. It's West Palm. Well, but we do pretty well down there.
And we do know there's some cool people in O-Town. Bring it on, brother.
O-Town.
I guess it was the monsters in the Make-Up a Day part, whatever they are now.
What a disaster that is.
School, the house full of rednecks.
And they said, come down to O-Town and we'll show you who's tough or something. It's like
O-Town.
We got the douche chills. I hope you can still say douche chills on commercial radio. It's just like, ugh.
Let me put it in perspective for you about the monsters. Their leader, Russ Rollins, is also a professional wrestler. If that makes any sense.
That's why he's tough, you see.
Yeah.
Tough guy. That's why he's saying O-Town.
Well, I'm a professional gun owner, so should be a good fight. Fake wrestler or guns.
Norton, how come you haven't been to the Tampa Improv since the last comic standing thing?
I went down there for that one thing, and then I went down for a week, but I drew very minimally there. The only place in Florida I've had to draw, which was nice, was Fort Lauderdale, and that was just from O&A again, because I think that we're doing very well down there. But I only went, I think we were off the air. We had just come back on the air. Eventually I'll get back down there, but it's going to take a little while to build up in all the markets we were never on. And
it's an awesome improv here, and they bring in a lot of good guys. We'd definitely have you on if you came through. We'd fill it up, man.
If you guys are still there, you're talking about your boss, and you're saying douche chills and whacking off, and we're going to get fired. Who cares?
We'll be there. We'll be somewhere. It may not be here, but we'll be somewhere. You know what? I forgot. My partner just reminded me. You guys had Schnitt problems, too, didn't you?
Yeah. Todd Schnitt, yeah.
Oh, God, you have no idea what that hell's like.
Well, that's one of the dudes from MJ and BJ, right, or something like that?
MJ, yeah.
What was it?
That he is MJ in the morning and Schnitt at night.
Oh, okay. He's a friend of Elo's, too, I guess.
2 guys, wow.
He started trashing us.
No, know what it is? He's like a shock jock. And now he does, like, political talk on the AM and then still does the morning shock thing as much as he can?
He's not a shock jock. He's a morning nut hut guy with a bell and all and the whistles and all that.
Oh, you call it the morning nut hut.
Nut hut.
That's good.
And then he's an afternoon, what he does is he leaves the nut hut at 10 and he reads 4 papers and then for 2 hours talks about what he read in the paper. Genius.
Hey, that's pretty funny, man. So you guys have any guests today?
Today, no. What do we have yesterday?
We had Warren Brothers Country Act.
Well, that's
tomorrow we got a good one on the show. I haven't even announced this yet. Have you read the Minnie McCready story at all?
No.
She's a country artist who got beat up by her.
Oh yeah, okay.
And tried to kill herself and all that.
Yeah.
The guy who beat her up's coming in the studio.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's the guy you want.
Absolutely. Just get a picture holding his fist and kissing it.
All right, so we'll be.
Like Tommy Hearns all posed out.
If they don't put an end to this bit, make sure you call us tomorrow so we can listen in on that interview because we're not going to get them.
Hey, no problem. This is great because this is the highlight of our show today, too.
Yeah, big time.
Well, what else are you doing on the show today? Because we want to see what you guys are about before we possibly give you one of these golden tickets.
Well, here's the problem we're having is that we're defeated because we know that Friday will most likely be our last day here.
Yeah.
So today, in order to, it had no real air value, but in order to piss people off, we just brought goats in the building.
Yeah.
And we
left them in the lobby.
Left them in the
That'll
lobby.
do it.
crapping everywhere.
Nice.
It's not funny on the radio, but it works for us. You know what I'm saying?
And we got this guy on cable access named Dr. Connolly, who's this 82-year-old black man who's a racist, and he says all white people should go to hell. They're never getting into heaven because they're white.
Yeah.
And he's absolutely insane.
And where's he now?
He is. He's. We call him every once in a while. We're the only white people that he likes, and basically we call him just because he says the N-word about 500 times.
Oh, right on.
You gotta like that.
What's his number? We'll call him today.
What's he do for a living?
These guys think I'm kidding. Give me the fucking number.
He doesn't do anything. He just hangs out, and he does this show on cable access, and, like, he's big with, like, black people who are pissed off at him and white stoner kids.
I like this guy already.
Can they hear it if I play this down the line to them? Can they hear Dr. Conley say, can you want me to hear it real quick?
Oh, yeah, you can hear some. This is the dude? It's really low, bro. It's really low, if you could hear us.
I am a God.
There we go.
My heavenly Father told me in heaven, said, Conley, you not no nigga, you a God. You over white folks, you know.
You're not no nigga, you are God.
Yeah.
You are over the white folks.
That's just the beginning from Dr. Conley.
All right. Doctor.
Yeah, and he's not a doctor, but you have to call him Dr. Conley. And if you ask him what kind of doctor, he said, oh, I'm a doctor that keeps you well, keeps you informed, you crazy white people.
Wow. He's a something-er, but not a doctor.
A Dr. Cook.
Your son is attempting to bring
an outside doctor into this situation.
Doctor.
All right. Well, here's the deal, guys. Congratulations. You're not on the fucko list.
All right.
Oh, shoot. We can't say that on commercial radio.
Uh-oh. Dump out.
Yeah, dump out.
Well, there was an O at the
out.
end of it, Opie.
Sorry about that.
We're not on the FO list.
Right, the FO list.
Sorry about that. I forgot we're on commercial radio. But yeah, we're making a list of people we just hate in the business, and you guys aren't on that list.
Yeah,
and we have a fine name for that list. Yes.
If
All
we
right.
make it to the medium douchebag list, we'll be happy.
You're on the potential golden ticket list. What's the name of the show?
It's the Cowhead and Brent Show.
All right, Cowhead and Brent.
Sorry about the stupid Cowhead name, but just like Opie, I've been branded since a child.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people think that's my radio name. Unfortunately, I've had it since I was 12.
And every time you hear it, you cringe. I just cringe.
I can't stand it anymore.
When
but...
they tell Richard Lewis, we're bringing you to the Cowhead Show, you know he's thrilled to be here.
You got Richard Lewis in?
He was in last week.
Oh, look at that.
Another guy we haven't gotten. Comedian like Richard Lewis. How was he? Was he good?
It was great. He was awesome.
And XM doesn't think there's a problem with the booker.
No. Why would there be?
No offense to you guys, but there's, one market shows all over the country getting better guests than what's supposedly a huge national talk show.
I know XM and Eric have been doing this for a long time, but if I can, I'm just a 33-year-old douchebag from Florida, but your booker sucks.
Yeah. Hey, Cowhead, were you at when Al Dukes broke the foosball table? You were there?
Yes, I was there.
Okay.
Oh, you were there?
Do you know why that happened?
Why?
Did you get the whole story on that?
Because somebody had called him gay or made him kiss a guy or...
Al was so drunk that they told him that he was going to, make out with this girl. And when they blindfolded when he went to make out, it turns out it was a dude. And he was so mad he flipped out, and he took Opie's foosball table and just...
No, that was Anthony's.
Oh,
yeah.
Anthony, sorry.
That's the beauty of that, because, Anthony stays out of all that stuff, and he messed with Anthony.
And then I had to deal with an Al Dukes, the likes of Al Dukes.
Just dishonoring people of Woodbridge.
Yeah.
And then I busted his pinball machine. Still one of the most classic videos up on our website.
Yeah, it was very unpleasant.
Yeah, I heard there were pieces everywhere.
Are you guys from the East Coast, Upper East Coast here in New York?
I'm from the metropolis of Staten Island.
Oh, that's right. You did say that. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
And I'm from
garbage
O-Town.
dump. O-Town.
Bring
Nice.
it on, brother.
Bring it on, man. You want to come down here to O-Town and take us on? Stop it. Fighting with It's a Small World playing in the background. Yeah, tough guy.
I got to say, the only time I ever dealt with the Monsters, I dealt with them one time, and they were actually cool, and they actually were asked about O&A, and hey, how are the guys? They were very cool.
Well,
they
the
weren't
problem
dicks.
with these guys, and the problem in radio in general, there's not a lot of honest guys out there, and the Monsters are like a schizo show. One day they like us, one day they give us support, the next day they hate us and want to fight us. It's like, make up your mind.
You're just afraid of Bubba Whoop-Ass Wilson.
Yeah, make up your mind, What is it? Do you like us? Do you hate us?
Yeah.
Then you got, then they say how much we suck, and then by the end of the show, they're like, well, they actually don't suck. We kind of listen in when we can. So it's like, what is it, guys? And then you got Lex and Terry, those bitter Fs.
Oh, Lex and Terry's show consists of nothing but two middle-aged jerk-offs talking about how they can solve people's problems.
Well, is it a guy and a girl show?
It's two guys.
Two guys.
And they run promos. They're on in this market that nobody even knows about, and they run promos that say, "We're problem solvers. If you've got a problem, call the show." And that's all. That's the whole
problem solvers, huh? We'd rather make problems here on this show. It's a lot more fun to create.
My wife isn't doing anything. Here's the answer. Go in the toolbox and pick out the hammer. Problem solved. Drive to dentist after.
Another show that's just a one-market sensation. That's all they are.
Yeah, the big Jacksonville. Ooh.
Well, that's great, because they were making fun of us and other people on satellite radio, like they're only hiring hacks. It's like I think we established ourselves in commercial radio. I don't think people would call us hacks.
Absolutely. And when you want to hear us play a fun game of Guess What's on My iPod, you'll see that we're certainly not.
Lex and Terry are huge in Jacksonville. All 8 white people that live there love them.
Great music to listen to as you're being beaten down and robbed. Great music. Great improv. Fat tits. They're talk radio. How do I suck?
And another dump, I'm sure.
Yeah, another dump.
I don't even know what you said.
Well, it's Cowhead and Brent, everyone. They're in they're on the list of potentials that we might give a golden ticket out to. I appreciate you guys calling the show.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
And much success there on the XM.
Thank you, guys.
XM Satellite Radio for everybody in Tampa. It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Check us out. Well, they don't care. They'll let us do a commercial because they're getting fired Friday.
That's true.
Friday, they're going to start the Spanish music.
Whatever.
Great.
We just had a big discussion after the show yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
We got a guy who works here that's a big old school Mets fan. And I told him that I had heard a couple times on the show that Anthony's mother enjoyed the company of some of the old school Mets. That's what I get from the show. I remember all the high points.
You're going to get a call from my stepfather.
I heard you talking about Dave Kingman yesterday, mid-sentence. I thought, oh, did she bang him too?
No. Oh, my God. Did not bang Dave Kingman.
Anthony's ready to move you over to the list on the left over here. You got to calm down a little bit.
We appreciate the time, and anytime you want to bash Eric Logan, or we'd be happy to talk to you.
All right. It's Cowhead and Brent, everyone, from
Tampa.
Guys.
See you guys.
There he goes. Or there they go.
Hey, look at that. They're not that bad.
Those fellows were very nice.
I like that. We're able to actually carry on a conversation with a couple of radio guys without having to curse at them and call them nasty things. Very good.
There you go. We should do a little friendly attack on their show now for the rest of the day.
Oh, no. No, leave them alone. Leave them alone.
Just a friendly little attack. I don't have their info in front of me, but maybe a friendly little attack.
To send some reconnaissance guys out there?
Yeah. Why not?
Oh, you guys are so nasty, man. Come on.
Guys are good. The show's called Cowhead and Brent. Just a friendly little attack. Toll free, 1-866-932-9250. That's 1-866-932-9250.
Oh, you stink.
All right.
Just don't curse, because those guys were very cool. So if you're gonna bust their balls, fine, but don't curse because you don't want to. You don't want to wreck the show. Just don't, because they'll probably go with it.
Yeah, they will go with it.
They're fine.
Honestly, it's a friendly attack. Please don't mess them up too much.
They are getting.
They're on commercial radio, so they're on delay, and you can't curse on their show.
They're really getting the boot Friday?
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
If you flip to Spanish language, you're done.
If you bring in a general manager that's what they're known for, the writing's on the wall.
I love showing my boots to introverted fat guys. Whip 'em out Wednesday.
Whip 'em out Wednesday.
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony program on this fine Whip 'em Out Wednesday. Send a self-addressed stamped envelope in. We'll send the WOW stickers out to you immediately. The address is up on opieandanthony.com, as well as the latest assault on the media that Danny did this morning, because we do them too. We don't just leave it up to you guys to promote the show on live TV. We do a lot of them ourselves. All right, more teacher stuff before we move on, Anthony.
Yes.
What were you talking about? There's a website, Rate My Teacher or something?
Yeah, ratemyteacher.com. And I'm trying to see that lovely Beth Geisel who was banging her students, the latest of the teachers banging their students. And I'm looking at some of her reviews, but I got to register, I guess, to see all the other ones. But you can see a couple of them. One says, more teachers could and should take a lesson from this remarkable woman. And that was posted today, so I think that might feel a little goofy. But here's her stats. Out of 5, I guess, being the maximum score, she gets a 4.5. She's helpful. Her helpfulness is a 4.6. Average easiness, she's very easy, 4.5. Clarity, 4.5.
God, what do you got to do to get a 5?
Really?
That's true. She's fucking guys on the football field.
Right.
Pretty much 5s across the board.
She's passed out, gangbanging, and she only gets a 4.5?
Picky.
Oh, my God.
I'm seeing a lot of happy faces, though, on the on the ratings. She's doing very well in the ratings.
All right. Let's say hi to Wet Chicken from Whackbag.
Hey, happy birthday, Shit Dick.
Thank you. Oops.
Hey, when I lived in Torrington, Connecticut, one of my 5th grade teachers would stand up there with her fat rolls and her buns picking her pussy. She'd just take a couple digs once in a while. We used to call her Miss Pussy Picker.
Of course you did.
It was brutal.
Very creative in school.
Yeah, because kids come up with the most creative names.
Picking a pussy. What do you want to call it? Miss Pussy Picker.
Hey,
good one.
Great. What the fuck do you want?
It's
Good one.
okay.
You guys suck.
Thank you. Let's go to Scott in Indiana. Scott, what's up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
Hey, all you guys had to do was ask, man. We can't even get through to that station down in Florida.
Oh, you can't get through to Cowhead and Brent?
Oh, no.
We've called probably 30 times, and it's busy.
It's a friendly assault going down today.
Oh, hey, it's friendly. We're not going to kill them this time.
All right.
These guys are great.
How classic. This guy's
Hey,
in...
happy birthday, Flappy Tits.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, no, the new Pat battle.
What?
Hey, I'm busting out.
No!
Have some cake?
Let's say hi to Adam in Maryland. Adam.
Hey, what's up there, O&A?
What's up?
How you doing there, Lumpy Nuts? Hey, I'd like to make a nomination for the Golden Ticket.
Okay.
The Big O and Duke show in Baltimore.
I mentioned them yesterday.
They're big fans of the show, but we don't really know what they do. We know they support us and talk about us on their own show, but we don't really know what they do on their own.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty good. There's some younger guys. I don't know, they talk to a little bit of a younger crowd, but they're funny as hell. And Chad Dukes loves Jimmy Norton. He sweats his sack.
People aren't getting this, by the way. We got 5 golden tickets. We gave out the first one to Ron and Fez. We're going to give out 4 more. Most likely, we're going to give one to the faithful listeners, a program that they could have as their own on the weekends. And now my email has exploded from people. Give a golden ticket to this show and this show. And I don't know these shows, so why would we just give a golden ticket out? You got to send us samples. And don't send us to a website where we have to go find audio ourselves. Make it as easy as possible if you care about these guys.
All right, I'll get on it. I'll try to get that to you guys.
And make it short, because any audio clip sent to me that's more than, I don't know, a couple minutes, I'm not listening to it. It's just like email. That's more than a paragraph. I don't even read them anymore. We don't have time.
You look, what you do is you scroll real quick to the signature, and if it's a guy's name, you don't read it. If it's a long email with a chick at the end, and you do a quick word search, and if it says sloppy and slobber dribble down to balls, you read it slowly.
All right, if you get an email from Allison, then that's me.
Oh.
Very good.
And Ben's hog is so big, he can hold 2 cups of coffee and a dozen donuts.
Nice.
Punching out.
All right, let's go to Freak Show, the trucker.
Ben came in with some important news. We don't know if we can announce it.
What?
Nothing show-related, of course, but just some important news about a DJ hiring.
Our old friend Nick Carter.
Very good.
Got a job here in New York City. Congratulations to Nick Carter.
Very happy.
He's going to be at K-Rock, I think,
Yeah.
right? Oh, yeah? I think so, yes. Let's say hi to Freak Show, the trucker. Freak Show.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you, buddy.
I got through down there. It took about 10 minutes to get through. But, of course, what was it, Cowhead and Brent are alive and well on XM satellite radio. They laughed at me, asked me if I was a trucker, and hung up on me.
Oh, very nice. Was that called live on the air, though?
Yes, it was.
Oh, nice. All right, good. Let's go
These
to
guys
Chris
are
in
cool.
Kansas. Chris?
Yeah.
What's up?
Not much. What are you guys up to?
Talking to you?
Hey, I just got through to Cowhead, man. Them guys are eating it up. Everybody's calling in, giving them props.
Oh, cool, man.
It was great.
Thank you, Chris.
They're good guys.
Yeah, they are.
We're attacking their show friendly and also getting a nice assault on the media happening in Tampa.
Sure.
Because we're getting out the word that we're on satellite radio to the Tampa area. Let's say hey, or hi. Basket Case, Whack Bag. What's up, Basket Case?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Friday, I'm looking for advice from you guys. Friday night, my sister-in-law overheard his part of a conversation my wife has about meeting a friend of hers, and it's not your fault. I got a child and a husband. So I tell her I'm going out so she can't leave the house. Tell her I'm going over to my brother's to watch a movie with him. She's like, I can't trust you. That's not really what you're going to do. Call me when you get there. I did, but I had my other brother watch the house, sitting on our street. This Suburban pulls up about 5 minutes after I call the house. Guy goes in. 10 minutes later, all four of my brothers and I storm the house. They're just sitting in the living room, and she swears this is just a friend from work and nothing's going on. What do you guys think?
You attacked too soon, sir.
Yep.
You should have waited.
You should have waited for the penis to be in the vagina.
Right, the penis must be in the vagina.
Then you would have had no doubt in your mind.
And I know. We came in with camcorders and digital cameras blazing to catch him on the fucking couch.
Now, who is this guy?
It's a co-worker of hers. She's a nurse at a nursing home, and he works with her.
And did he just look at you like, what are you tools doing?
No, he looked at us like he was afraid we were going to kill us.
Like Ralph coming through the door. Aha! Come on out, Harvey.
It was the first time I've ever seen an Arab gentleman look white.
So what happened? Nothing, right?
There's a confrontation. The four of us screamed at him to get the fuck out of the house till he did, and the neighbors called the state police.
He's just sitting there, right?
He's an Arab gentleman?
Oh, yes.
Ugh. You know,
my wife's been talking for 3 months about converting to Islam.
You know they've been playing terrorists, right?
Oh, no.
He lays down and she blows him.
Oh, no.
That old gag.
Or he puts a bomb in her box and it goes off.
Yeah.
I kind of figured that.
Dude, had she ever talked about this guy?
More than 4 times a week?
Talks about him?
Yeah, all the time. His name's constantly coming up.
Constantly was coming up.
Fucking life.
And did she ever say she was inviting this guy over?
He came over when our computer came from Dell and set it up for her.
Uh-huh. That's a little fishy.
It might be. You might have caught it before anything actually ever happened. They may have just been in the talking phase, where like you kind of know there's a vibe there, you think there is, or maybe she just likes him as a person, and he's thinking, hey, I'm going to bang this chick.
I tried to tell her that she might think he's a friend, but there's no such thing as a guy with a female friend.
It's very rare.
And how would she feel if you were, if she was out and walked in and you had some chick on the couch?
I'm not supposed to hang out with my friends when their wives are around, as if I'm supposed to try to fuck them in front of her.
How long you been married?
It'll be 8 years in October.
Yeah, you get the fuck out of there.
It's over, John.
Leave.
It's over.
My
Leave.
clothes are already at my mom's.
It's over.
Leave.
All right, Basket Case. Good luck.
That's what I thought. Thanks, guys.
We're problem solvers.
That's right.
We solve problems.
Let's go to Rookie, the trucker. Rookie.
What's up, boys?
Hey. How are
Hello,
you?
Jimmy.
Hey.
Hey, I got down to the Cowhead and Brent show.
Okay.
And I was little Jimmy Norton and asked them why they didn't wish me a happy birthday.
You ass.
Yeah. They said, oh, your birthday was 3 days ago, and then they hung up on me.
Very good. Thank you, Rookie.
I got nothing else, man. I'm going to be punching out.
That's very funny. Laura, the trucker. Laura.
Hi.
Hi, Laura.
I have a lesbian teacher sex story.
We really don't want to take these today. Sorry.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
I'm just afraid that you all...
Hold on, Laura. Hold on, Laura, before you tell your hot, steamy story. Jimmy, is it your birthday today?
Yes.
Goodbye, Laura. Is it your birthday today?
My birthday was July 19th. Today is just an average day.
Of course.
My birthday has never been in August. It's July 19th. What kind of faggot has an August birthday? Not the kid.
All right, Laura, I think we have time for you today.
It's a beautiful story. So I'm just afraid that being guys, you won't get the sensuality of it.
We will.
I went to boarding school in the Midwest, and as a virgin...
Hot already.
Yes.
It was
no parents around.
It was sect or Catholic, Episcopalian boarding school. And I loved my French class. I mean, I loved the French language. And my instructor, Mademoiselle Matson, she thought that I had a real knack for the French language. And she was actually like one of our resident advisors, so she lived in the dorm. And she thought I could go somewhere, well, with being a French instructor. So she thought that I needed some individual one-on-one time.
Yeah.
And the first time it happened, I went down to her apartment, and it started with just her having lingering touches. Not anywhere,
Just those nice
weird.
soft touches, little brushes.
Like she'd touch your elbow and say, like, look right here, but hold your elbow a little longer than she had to?
Exactly.
What's
or
sexy?
Like even on my hip, and the touch, it was soft, but it always lasted longer than it should have.
What did she look like?
Oh, she was hot. We're both blondes.
Very hot.
And she was young. That's why she was one of the resident advisors. She was one of the young single teachers. It was her first teaching job out of college.
Ooh,
Well, how old were you? How old were you, Lori?
I had just turned 16.
Oh, my God. Oh. Jeepers.
And so I loved the French. I wasn't necessarily sexually attracted to her because, I hadn't been sexually awakened yet, I don't think. But I really loved French, and I loved my French class, and I loved the extra attention. So I would keep going over to her apartment in the evenings, and I probably did that about a week and a half. And then she was like, grabbed by my hair, softly grabbed me by the hair and started kissing me. And I liked it. It felt good. My breasts were kind of small, but I have these nipples that, they're always at full attention. And she started playing with my nipples and tugging on them just really gently. And so we had sex like for half the school year, and she lived there. So we could do it wherever. We did it because the dorm wasn't where the school was. We'd do it in the classrooms on the weekends and outside. We had a little ski hill at our school. We'd do it outside.
And what, would you just go down on each other?
Yeah, I turned out that I'm really a clit woman. I don't know if that experience made me that way, but because I go both ways now, and I can't have a vaginal orgasm. Very rarely do I. Clitoral orgasms are all the way for me. And I don't know if I was that way or just that experience made me that way because, she would just slowly, lick my clit, and then just... Wow. Till I got, real wet, and then she'd get faster and faster. I had my first orgasm with her because I wasn't a masturbator or anything.
No, huh?
Jimmy, why did you have to ruin that?
So, no, that's okay. I wanted to ask, how long did you see her? Just half the year?
Yeah, well, what happened was I found out that she was doing another girl.
Good.
And that made you really upset, right?
Well, it did, and you want to know why it made me upset? Because the other girl I thought was really ugly and kind of fat. And I couldn't understand how she could be attracted to the other girl and to me.
How many years ago is this?
This was eight years ago.
And what finally ended it?
The fact that she was doing another girl.
Oh.
That really bothered me, that she was doing two of us students.
Hold on.
So what?
Jimmy, that just made it over to me, please. I need the lights off.
Wait.
Holy shit. No, it was so bad.
No, you know what happened?
Worst one ever yet.
You know what happened? You were telling a story, and I got excited, and I tensed up, and something snuck out.
Anthony's covering up, and I will continue to eat my egg white sandwich. Jimmy farted.
I didn't mean to. I just got excited.
Ugh.
So, what is she doing now?
She's still a teacher.
So she's still eating that young pussy. You know that, right?
Oh, I'm sure she is. I went back to my 5-year, and I saw her at my 5-year.
Did you say hello?
Yeah, I said hello. I talked to her. Because after that, not... unfortunately, French didn't do much for my career. I'm a trucker. Actually,
you should have licked box better.
But I was going to say, it did wonders for my sex life because I have, like, this real uninhibited sex life. And I grew up, you know, strictly religious girl. And I mean, it just opened me up to just everything.
Anything.
How excited did you get when you knew you were going to get the call that day to have hot lesbian sex with your older teacher?
Well, she would actually approach me after class, like during the school day.
And say, today's the day?
Well, she would say, why don't you come over for some extra study tonight?
Oh, my God. And you show up, would she have little outfits on?
Extra
study. Well, I wore a uniform, yeah.
But, I mean, what about her? When she opened the door, did she have a little something on?
No, she just wore regular clothes. I mean, she didn't do, like, lingerie and all that for me, no.
Right.
But, you know, candles and the smell, you know, the incense or potpourri or whatever was burning.
Did she have a nice vag?
Yes, she did. And actually, you know, whenever you talk about, you know, like a big meaty vag, that's what hers was like.
Oh, my God, it's hot.
Well, very good,
So
Laura.
it always makes me think about her whenever you talk
I
about
love a big, meaty one.
Yes, of
big,
course.
juicy badges. So then, well, I have one other one, but it's not a teacher one.
Who is it?
So, you know, because I've been in girl relationships and guy relationships, but I was bartending, and this is when I was still in college. That didn't last long. I was bartending, and there was a younger girl, and I knew she wasn't old enough to drink, but I was serving her, and she went into the bathroom, so I followed her into the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I pushed her up against the wall, and she had really small tits and nice nipples. And I pushed her up against the wall, and I started playing with her nipples and then sucking on her nipples and kissing her. That girl would not quit calling me. So I think I made her bi.
You are a good egg.
Experience.
You know, that story, that was the best birthday gift I ever could have gotten.
Oh. All right, Laura. Very good.
All right. Have a good one, guys.
Ow!
Thank you.
What happened there? Thanks, Laura.
That was hot. Big meaty vagina, that young face of hers. Oh, I got a full rod from that story.
That's a solid story.
So hot.
Janine Pirro, New York prosecutor on ABC. Female teacher sleeping with students.
Yeah.
Travis TV. Travis captured this.
Oh,
morning
he
for
did.
us. Yes.
Very good. Very good.
Talking about this phenomenon where female teachers are sleeping with the students there.
Mm-hmm. Phenomenon.
Phenomenon.
I love that thing. So the question's asked, are these women pedophiles?
You know something? The channel has to be changed. I cannot watch these stupid Fox 5 Good Day New York people doing that dancing machine thing.
That's hilarious.
Oh, is that awful? The woman has absolutely no rhythm or dancing skills. No. It looks like she has to pee and she's having an epileptic fit at the same time. And the guy with his tie flapping around. Oh, look, I'm dancing.
She danced like Adrian when she was falling in Rocky II. Just grabbing for a feed bag.
And if you're a guy and you're getting on that dancing thing, you obviously have jism dripping from your the corners of your mouth. There's no way any heterosexual guy is hopping up on that dance machine.
Oh, that's hilarious.
All
right. Here we go. Some
prosecutor.
audio.
Well, technically a pedophile is someone who has an affection for or has sex with a child 13 or under. But make no mistake that having sex with a 16-year-old is against the law. It is statutory rape. So even if the 16-year-old consents, it's still against the law because as a society we've said you are not capable of making that decision. An adult should not be having sex with you, and therefore you testify as a victim.
Them's the rules.
That's not bad, though. She didn't say she was a pedophile. She's like, hey, look, that's the law.
Right.
That's fine.
So you could go out with a 14-year-old and not be a pedophile?
You say that so judgmentally. You'd be surprised how many of them have good senses of humor. Like a nice meal.
We just really hit it off.
Yeah.
Well, here's the
question. She likes apples, and I got a big dick.
No one's beaten that line today. Very nice, Jimmy. Okay. Double standard for male-female teachers. This is what we've been talking about off and on.
You look at a male teacher in this position and a female,
the male is going to hang.
Oh, yeah. You look at the men, and it's like lock them up, chemically castrate them. But with a woman, you'd say, well, maybe she needs a little therapy, an attitude adjustment. You know, it's not so bad. And on the other hand, we give an attaboy to the teenage boys. It's society's prejudice that is not built into the law. The law is gender neutral. It doesn't recognize that or suggest that because we think it's not so bad with a boy that therefore we'll ignore it. It's just as serious.
Well, in the eyes, the law.
The law has to say that.
It's not just as serious.
It is attaboy, though. Good call.
She won't. She won't be doing as much time as a guy would be in the situation.
A little side thing. Track 3 on this thing.
Yeah.
Who typed this up? Travis. Lovable Travis.
Yes. Take no chance, Travis.
It says women are preying on kids. Praying.
Ah.
Wait.
That's with the E.
So women are what? Getting on their knees and
I'm the world's worst speller ever.
And reciting prayers.
You're really fucking. Didn't know that. You're stupid.
So women are praying on kids.
Ave Maria.
Right. Our Father full of...
Please, God, let him have a huge cock. He's leaving.
Travis is...
look at him. He doesn't know what to do.
He's all flustered.
He's walking to the mic and back to the door, and they're all laughing at him in the glass room.
I got him, and he picks up the headphones. Wait, what am I missing? Nothing.
No, Nathaniel, I put the headphones back on, and then Nathaniel goes into the headphones. You're all set.
Oh, like, you're done. You can leave now.
He's just upset because
barking out orders.
No, he doesn't have anything for today, and me and Danny have the fart game, so he's a little
upset. Yeah, the fart game is on the way. A game called Who Farted coming up on the show.
Gee, I wonder who that could be. The answer is Jimmy, 80% of the time.
I don't know. I got a few in there.
Oh, okay.
I know
one
who
from
won't
Anthony.
be on the game.
No.
Not one from Mr. Perfect.
If you want Anthony on the game, you have to play Guess Whose Dick Got Hard when a fart wafted over there.
All right, here we go. The third track, women are preying on kids.
Well, I think some of them clearly put themselves in a position where they can prey on kids. I mean, what we're hearing is that they're not just having sex with one, it's 2, 3, 4 of them. That certainly indicates kind of a serial behavior.
Of course it does. Yes. And finally this.
Many of these women are immature. Many of them feel attracted to young men. But make no mistake, this is still illegal, and their motivation is irrelevant. It's against the law, and it's morally indefensible.
Oh, no, can't be involved in something as illegal as fucking high school boys.
So this story is just exploding.
What a cold fish that prosecuting was.
Oh, she's on TV all the time.
You hear her?
Janine Pirro.
Everyone,
she's a tough broad. You don't want her sitting across from you ever.
Everyone reading the story is thinking there's something, at least something a little hot about it.
Yeah.
And she's just all by the book.
All business.
All iceberg clip.
So the space shuttle thing, was it successful?
I believe news just coming in. Yes, they have successfully removed that little ceramic and cloth thingy between the tiles.
What was it?
It's like almost like an expansion joint or something. You ever see on a sidewalk the two cement slabs and they put a little foamy thing in between it? That's what that is. It's kind of to plug up the gaps.
So why do we have to cut that out?
Because it was hanging out like an inch and a half. It was hanging out from the bottom. The bottom takes a lot of heat, and at that speed and the atmosphere, coming through the atmosphere, a lot of friction, something hanging out even just a little bit can build up a lot of heat, a lot more heat than the shuttle's rated for, so it could burn through. So they figure they get the guy out there, pull him out. I wonder why he could just take him out and leave him out. And why put him there in the first place?
You know what I learned?
A little dangerous.
Slow motion stinks.
What's that?
They were broadcasting them fixing the shuttle, and it was just taking way too long because everything was just in super slow-mo.
No, that's how they move up there.
They're in space.
Very slow in space.
Slow-mo, and then they're taking a hacksaw.
They just took a hacksaw blade and some duct tape.
Yeah, they pretty much just duct taped the space shuttle back together. That's great. That's what you want to show the whole world, that we're on top of things. Roll of duct tape. and an astronaut floating in slow motion.
Yeah, NASA, we don't have a hacksaw blade, so we're just gonna tour rig this thing.
Hey, what?
It was accurate because the transmission gets all messed
got
up.
a little
when
crackly there, but I think I understand you.
That just hit me. That,
Oh,
it was,
that-
that it was. I was trying to figure out the reference, and then I realized it was a crackle.
All right. Let's say hi to Barb.
Yeah.
Hey,
Sure.
Barb.
Yes.
You're on the radio.
Oh, hello there, Barb.
Hi.
How you doing, Barb?
Anthony.
Hello, Barb.
Little Jimmy.
Barb.
How you doing?
Good.
Good. Hey, I wanted to see if you guys could hook me up with that other lady truck driver. I got just what she needs.
What do you got there, Barb?
Oh, I got a fat pussy and a nice little clit.
Really?
Yes, I think she'd really enjoy it. And
You can-
what I could do to her, I'm sure she would enjoy what I could do to her.
What would you do to her?
Oh,
Let's get down and dirty today, Barb.
Yeah.
What would you do to her?
I would do anything that needed to be done.
Boring. What would you do to her, Barb? Come on. Let that.
Oh, I would lick her from head to toe.
Yeah.
I would suck those nipples of hers.
Yeah.
Suck on her thighs.
Oh yeah.
I would just do anything.
Would you eat her ass?
If I had to, yes.
If I had to, it sounds like a gunpoint.
Well, of course it would be. It's a trucker.
It wouldn't have to be at a gunpoint. If she said, hey, lick it, I'd be all over it.
Female trucker sitting on that seat for 10 states.
Oh,
And they're gonna-
yeah.
And Barb's going to go right in there for the golden nugget.
Dig in.
Hemorrhoids like Stonehenge.
Get me on that.
Hey, wait. You could send her a picture. You could send her a picture of your pussy at yellowtreats@AOL.com. She'd love to see it.
Yellow trees at what?
AOL.com. She'd love to
Right.
see that fat puss.
Yeah, we pass
Okay,
all the
well,
pictures along to our
I've
listeners.
got it plastered all over the internet.
Oh, you do?
Uh-huh.
Your
Where?
pussy's on the internet?
Why? What's your deal, Barb?
I'm into alternative lifestyle.
And where is it posted?
AdultFriendFinder.com, SwingerNet.com. There's a couple more, but I can't think of them.
And,
But
and how would we find you?
Are you
on,
hooking up all over the road? All over
You
the.
what?
Are you hooking up all over America when you're driving your truck?
Oh, honey, I only run Illinois. I only run to Chicago every day.
Good old Chicago.
Yeah, I just run to Chicago every day.
Chicago. Okay,
yeah.
Barb.
Chicago.
Oh,
3
Jesus.
times a day.
I don't know how to search on this thing.
Well, what's your name on which one is it, Aunt?
Illinois couple 3.
Illinois couple 3.
3. Correct.
THR or the number?
The number.
All right.
There's an S at the end of Illinois.
I didn't even try to spell it, silly.
Oh.
I think Hawk is looking it up.
All right, hurry up, Hawk, for Pete's sake.
Is there any way we could, without being a member?
Oh, boy.
Do you have to be a member to?
You can go in and you don't have to be a member. Just set something up. But if you want, you can send something to my email, and I can send you pictures.
Yellow Treats, AOL. Be a good egg.
What do you have? Couples seeking man, couple seeking couple. What is it?
Couple seeking couple.
Couples
With bisexual
seeking
women.
couples. Couples seeking couples. 2 women?
Well, just couple seeking couple.
Okay.
And you'll see me on there. There's 3 pictures I uploaded last night.
What do you look like?
Blonde hair, blue eyes. I'm a fat ass.
How much you weigh there, Barb?
You want my driver's license plate or you want my actual?
Your actual weight.
200.
And how tall are you?
5'10".
That's not that bad. That's not that bad.
All right.
Now I'm going, I got my dad's trait.
Jesus Christ, there's 45,000 listings.
Okay, but go to the one on Illinois and couple for couple.
Yeah, I did that. And there's still a shitload.
Yeah, how old are you?
Me, I'm 34.
All right, because it says ages here, too. We're trying to find you.
Yeah, do 34 to 50, and I'll be in that range.
34 to 50. All right, here we go.
Ooh.
34 to 50. No, we don't see anywhere.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
No.
It's Illinois and then CPL 3.
CPL 3.
Illinois CPL3.
Who's beeping at you?
Oh, that's my illegal radar detector.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How are those radar detectors these days?
They're pretty good. This one here is undetectable unless you're stupid enough like me to pull into a scale house with it on a dash. I already got a fine for it.
Oh, whoops. All right, we're going to search out your picture. If we find it, we'll talk about it. You call back, okay?
Okay, and that's yellowtree.com.
No, Yellow Treats. Treats. Yellow Treats.
Yellow Treats.
As in tinkle. It's a yellow treat, but there's more of it, so it's Yellow Treats.
Okay, and I'll send you some pictures.
Thank you.
Very good. Let's go to Janine in New York. Janine, what's up?
Oh, yeah, hi.
Hi.
Hello?
You're on the radio, Janine. Come on.
Oh. Jimmy, this is Sports Girl.
Sports Girl.
From
AOL. I sent you some pictures the other day.
Oh, boy.
Wait, did I respond to them?
Yes, you did.
What did I say?
You said very sexy. I said rate my wow.
Can you resend them? Because I have. Here's why I ask. Because sometimes, a lot of times, I know it's not a chick. I get some silly ones, which are actually.
Yeah, that's what I kind of thought. But I'm calling because I belong to the same chat room that she was talking about. I've seen her on there.
Oh, really?
On that chat room, my screen name is Why Not 1970s. It's my husband and I.
Oh, okay.
And that lady that was just on Barb, is she okay or?
She's all right.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you look like, sports girl? Are you purty?
Blonde and big, huge nipples.
I like that a lot.
You don't remember her
the picture I
though.
sent you, I had the my face blacked out.
You might have to resend. Do you have nipple pictures?
Oh yeah.
Well, make sure my email's almost full, so if it bounces back, just give it a little while.
The website that she was talking about is pretty cool. It's like whatever you're into, you can find somebody for something.
Whole show, we all get together just so Jimmy could get laid.
But I don't most
times.
times.
That is this radio show. Don't let us fool you. This is a huge dating service for Jim Norton.
But do you understand how it just doesn't usually pan out?
I understand. Let's say hi to
How do
Mike.
I blow a national floor and screw it up?
Mike, what's up?
Zilch.
Yeah, hey, I know that you guys have been talking about giving away golden tickets. I haven't heard you mention your buddy Weeze yet. I'd love to hear him on XM.
I said it yesterday. If we get Brother Weeze out of his contract, we would hire him at XM Satellite Radio tomorrow.
That'd be great.
He's at the top of the list of potential shows, my friend. And Mike keeps talking because that's what he does, because he doesn't listen.
That's what he does now.
Thank you, Mike. All right, we'll take a break.
I got a tinkle, Opie.
We'll go to break with this thing that... who sent in Phenomenal again? Got to give these guys credit.
Henchman.
Was it Henchman?
And by the way, Ant, did you get a whiff of that dump when you walked into the bathroom?
Holy shit. That was awful.
It was Dirty Harry. I walk in.
Was it?
Yeah, Ope's tinkling in the stall.
Oh, he's running in here.
And I walk in and swarthy Harry is washing his little fingers.
Harry.
I took absolutely no dump in that bathroom.
Well, when we walked in there, the smell in that bathroom was like cows were in there just shitting on the walls. It was disgusting.
I'm going to protect Harry. I think it was Mars.
Mars does have some...
If it's Mars, then this is the second time.
That's what I'm saying. I smelled a Mars dump once. It was awful, and it was very similar to that time.
Fucking Mars just eats like feta cheese wrapped in leaves.
All right, we'll go to break with this. We still have so much to do.
I don't like skinny Al Roker, by the way.
With his big fat head. His head looks like a milk dud with glasses. It's just this giant head.
His head is the perfect shape of an egg.
Yeah.
It's a perfect egg shape. Ugh. All right, why don't we... all right, hold on. Mark the trucker. What's up? Mark, what's up?
How we doing?
Pretty good, Mark.
All right.
Speak.
Yes.
Yeah, I got a golden ticket nominee for you guys.
All right, let's go.
You guys have already got part of their work. It's the Gape review, the spoof on Madden and Summerall.
Oh, yeah.
It's done by Drew and Mike out of Detroit. They're on WRIF Radio in Detroit.
We have that bid talk that we can play? Yeah, a lot of people suggesting Drew and Mike don't know much about them, but I guess we're playing one of their bits.
Yeah, you got their Gape review by them. They're pretty good. They're pretty funny.
We're not supposed to give credit to other radio people when you play their bits on the air.
Sorry.
That's not supposed to be done. You're supposed to say,
hey, it's something we whipped up here at the station. This one's, we made a prank phone call. We just said butt plug through the whole thing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's amazing. We put out a CD called Demented World, and it was sent all over the country, and radio guys picked up on it and started playing the bits as their own.
Yeah, playing them as their own. Why not?
It was amazing. We got so many versions of Butt Plug where they're playing it and making believe that these guys did it. Yeah. We should play some of those someday.
Hey.
All right.
Put 'em on.
Thank you, Mark.
All right, thanks. Happy birthday, Timmy.
Thank you. All right, so Drew and Mike on the potential list. This is one of the bits that we have played on our program. Check it out.
It's coming to the Gay Channel.
What is it?
It's the second annual male group orgy competition.
And he hits the hole right after Jesse opens it up.
With your hosts, John Madden and Pat Summerall.
And then everyone's kind of slopping around down there and grunting and groaning. And, you get mud and stuff flying and gang tackles and scrums and quagmires.
No femmes, fats, or hairies. Just the hunkiest gay studs and wild group action competition.
Like to pack that guy around, too.
Don't get carried away, John.
There was all kinds of stuff flying around there.
It's male group sex to die for, as described by the best play-by-play team in the biz.
Yeah, that was a late one. That one didn't come, and finally they threw it out of there. Whoop. I don't know where that one came from. Look at that big old meat and lop. Whoa, what a meal those guys are having.
They look good.
That's a good group.
If you go nuts for tight butts,
you push.
Get Gape review today.
You just rode him backwards.
Just put him right on his back.
With Pat Summerall and John Madden.
That looked like it was the last shot out of the Roman candle.
The second annual male group orgy competition on Gape Review.
Like to pack that guy around, too. Floyd? Yeah. He's going to fire into his guy right here.
Call 1-800-HEY-CUTIE to order today.
It's crazy. This is what it's all about. Oh, I love this.
Wow. T-Show 36 double D. T-Show 36 double D.
Shoving your breast in everyone's face.
36 double D. T-Show 36 double D.
Oh, wow.
She just will hurt down. Will hurt down. She just will hurt down anywhere.
With the Mount Wednesday.
She'll flash. Hey, I'm all for it. She'll flash. And there's boobs in your face. I'm all for it. Breast. Hey. This is what it's all about. Oh, I love this.
Wow.
Whip them fuckers out.
This is fantastic.
Wow. That's why we call it wow.
Talk about the boobies. Take your balls and take it off
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony program. The ONA virus spreading across America.
Can't be moved.
Thanks to XM Satellite Radio.
Exactly.
Oh.
That's good.
Sean in Massachusetts. What's up, Sean?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
I thought of the perfect guy for your golden ticket.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's on your fucko list or not. I don't think he is. How about Ozone?
Ozone is not on our fucko list.
Oh, no. I don't think so.
We love the guy, always have, and always will.
For you.
Yeah, he does great radio. I don't know what he's been up to lately, so.
Last I checked, I don't think he has the show anymore, but he was on WRKO doing
that was a while ago.
Stuff.
We dedicated one of his old bits to him. The Ozone midget sighting that we do from time to time.
Yeah.
We love Ozone. Always have. One of the only guys, I think the only guy officially that's, stood up for Anthony and I when we got fired in Boston for saying the mayor died in a car accident. For April Fool's Day.
Guy.
He was the only one, and the rest of those fuckos just sat there on their hands and said nothing.
Didn't Ozone get the boot for saying something on the air? It was something about the Arabs or?
Yeah, because then he's a really bright guy, and they tried to turn him into a political talk show host.
Yeah,
and he did a pretty good job. And they teamed him up with a bore.
Yep.
Straight ahead political talk show type guy, and he gave the show a lot of energy, and I don't know, something went wrong. He said something stupid, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was something about Arabs.
Because you think when you do a radio show, you actually have freedom to say what you want.
No.
Even if it's outrageous, and you quickly learn when you get fired and kicked out the door with your little box of stuff from your office that, oh my God, I guess I don't have true freedom on the radio.
No, you don't.
Because as soon as you say one dumb thing that gets a group in an uproar, you're the first to go.
Although we're starting to see a little backlash on that, which is nice. Starting to see a little bit of it. A lot more people coming to the table with this profiling.
Second politician, a Republican?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that nice?
That story.
All of a sudden, he's on board saying, yeah, why waste time looking at people that we know aren't committing these crimes, these bombings? Why waste that time? Why not look at the people we know are doing this?
And completely non-conservative Bloomberg. No, racial profiling doesn't work.
Yeah, let's get the story out of the way before we get into it here. Here's how it was reported on TV this morning.
Good.
Another lawmaker says random security searches on the subway are just a waste of time. This time it's a city councilman supporting the state assemblyman's plan for profiling. Fox 5's Mark Joyella has those details.
They say it's time to stop doing random checks here in the subway, but rather to begin targeting people based on how they look. Subway searches started with a splash last month and a promise from police: no racial profiling. But City Councilman James Otto's not convinced. He says potential terrorists do fit a profile, and that's who police should be pulling aside and searching.
I think it makes all the sense in the world, and if that is offensive to some people, if that's insulting to some people, I'm sorry, but this is the world we live in. This is New York City in 2005.
Otto's supporting new legislation proposed over the weekend by State Assemblyman Dov Hikind that would change state law and allow police to profile passengers. That's an idea that Arab Americans say would certainly single them out for abuse.
Focus on the young men and women. That means me. It means my 15-year-old brother coming home from high school, pretty much. So it's going to be me being stopped with holding my bag in the train station.
She's got the backing of Mayor Bloomberg, who continues to oppose racial profiling. He says not only is it not fair, he doesn't believe it works. In Bay Ridge, Brooklyn, Mark Joyella, Fox 5 News.
Here's the mayor who is saying, now, really get this. He's saying racial profiling won't work. But he's saying we're making the subway safer by searching people. He is saying that, right? He's put the police down there to search people going into the subways, random searches. How can he say that narrowing the focus on the people that are actually doing this isn't going to work? Then he should be saying the whole thing isn't working. You're talking about a more efficient way of doing what he suggested, which is searching people. Now you can focus on the people that are doing it and make it more efficient, but that won't work. So in essence, he's saying what he put in place to protect us isn't working. It's what he said. That's it. You gotta look at the people. Why is racial profiling such a bad word? Why has it become this thing that's like discrimination, and it's become a bad word, a racist word?
Because racial profiling is only acceptable when it's helping you get into a college or getting a college admission. Then your race is very pertinent.
When it helps get you into the fire department.
Then your race is very pertinent.
Right.
Then it's very pertinent. When it comes to catching you doing something wrong, then it's bad.
then it's bad.
And I know that the argument is, well, catching you do something wrong is predicting behavior based on. I don't care. Call it what you want.
It's not even predicting. It's looking and searching the people that might be doing this. That's it. It's looking at the past record of people that have done this type of thing and searching those types of people.
Can anybody out there honestly, and I mean, don't try to be a lawyer technically. Can anybody out there just honestly speaking say you feel the same level of comfort or nervousness with 3 young Middle Eastern men as you do with 3 old women? Can you honestly, even if you're Middle Eastern, I mean, please, you're a target too. You're an American if you're sitting here. Believe they don't discriminate. You could be a Muslim sitting there and be blown up as well.
Exactly.
But is there anybody there, anyone that can say that they feel more comfortable having some old lady searched than 3 Middle Eastern men with the same level of fear?
Yeah.
Can you honestly say that?
Yes, I can. I'm fine getting in. You're a liar.
You're lying.
Shut up.
That's the lawyer part. You're trying to play lawyer. You're trying to say the right things, but disingenuous because it's not based on what you really feel.
Shouldn't we also point out that the mayor of New York City is a billionaire?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's not really riding subways.
Yeah, thanks a lot for it doesn't do anything.
Well, he rides the subway to work, but he's got guards with him. Believe me, he's not getting onto a random subway car with a guy with a bag.
Car isn't looked at beforehand?
Of course it is.
Stop. Yeah, excuse me. The other people that are riding the subway would like profiling. Believe me, they want profiling. You see a young Arab man walking toward the turnstile with a backpack. You're not going to search him because 7th in line is the woman with the stroller, the old lady, the businessman. What? So you're going to let him go through as to not insult people, and he might pulverize the car? That doesn't work. That's what's not working.
And only when you're trying to stop what is going to be an assault or a murder. I mean, I'm saying, a murderous assault. Yeah. Not drugs, not armed robbery, no other crime other than the one where people who are fucking killing themselves with bombs strapped to them. That's what we're talking about.
Preventing a murderous terrorism.
Not a 19-year-old black kid in a Mercedes-Benz where, most cops will look and go, look, the guy's on 145th Street. He's probably a drug dealer.
Right.
That doesn't cut it.
No.
You know what I mean? That's profiling can't come into play there because that's not a direct threat to a train full of people.
All right, let's go to Beach Bum. Beach Bum.
Good morning, Jimmy.
Hey.
Hello?
Hi.
Yes,
Beach
you're on.
Bum. Sometimes, hold on, guys. I mean, we're a very interactive show. Sometimes when we're getting serious and then the energy's like this, you got to jump right in. You can't slow down the show. It kills us.
You could say hello, Jimmy. Hello, Opie, Anthony. Don't wait for an answer. Just say hello and go.
Other times we're just fucking off, and it's easy just to kind of go, hey, happy birthday, Jimmy.
Get your point across.
Congratulations, Opie. Things like that. Beach Bum?
My point is, get one of those politicians on the radio.
Yeah.
Damn, I mean, they're elected officials. You're going to give them some free airtime. They'll jump at the chance.
They won't come on the air. Ben emails these guys. We asked him to. How about we had tried to get the New York Civil Liberties Union on. The woman. Of course they won't come on.
No.
Of course they won't come on.
Hey, they're out of the closet talking about their position. Give it a chance.
They won't
Maybe
come
they
on.
Will.
We try to get the head of the movie theater on who won't play the aristocrats. We always behind the scenes try to get these people on to at least. And we're pretty fair. When Richard Huff came on, hold on.
That situation is a business.
When Richard Huff came on, that's not more than a business. That's a personal ideology because the business is going to make money. It's going to bring in money, and they show violence. It's just a personal thing.
Bringing in money is getting him reelected. I bet you got a better chance of getting him. Anyway, out of here.
All right, thank you. Let's go to Dean in New Jersey, get the other side of this. Dean, go ahead.
Hey, what's up, Opie and Anthony?
Hey.
Listen, I'm just listening here about the profiling, and you guys want to just search Arabs. What if he's a Muslim and he's European? You're going to let him go by anyway?
No, dude, we've addressed that. Like, look, Chechens are, believe me, and they're not Arabic. The Chechens that are, we're not saying it's only this. But you have to, absolutely, you have to play the odds. What has happened in this country? You have to you have to search somebody, and of course it could be a white guy or it could be this, but the odds are it's not going to be.
Right.
All the guys in London who did it are, I believe, Arabic men.
No, they're not, you dumbass. They're Pakistani.
Oh, all right. You see, I don't know that difference. You know what I mean? Pakistani, Arabic.
That's the problem. It's ignorant people like you
Ignorant.
who are the problem.
Really? I'm the problem? Or maybe it's fucking Islam that's the problem. I'm the problem?
That's really classic. Come on.
Yeah, it's not classy.
Attack a whole religion because of what a few people
I'm not attacking the religion. Yeah, a few people. Yeah, a few people. It's just only a couple of people.
Of course it is.
So let me ask you. All right, let me ask you honestly. Whoa. Let me ask you honestly. I'm not going to yell at you. Do you honestly feel as threatened by 3 old ladies as you do, okay, say 3 Pakistani men?
Why such an extreme example?
Yes or no?
No,
yes or no? Honest. Be honest.
She could have carried the wrong bag.
Yes.
I do.
You can honestly say that you feel 3 older women are as likely to commit active terrorism as 3 young. And by the way, Middle Eastern, Arabic, that's not being racist. When you say something like, yeah, a bunch of Spanish guys, Dominicans will smack you in the face if they're Dominican. So that's not a racist thing. There's no difference between any of them. You know what I'm talking about.
This is Jim, right?
Yes. I'm asking you honestly. Do you honestly think that 3 older women are as likely to commit an act of terrorism?
I'm not going to answer that. That's not a good example, man.
Oh, it is too.
Why can't you be honest and answer the question?
Be honest. They're searching old ladies instead of Arab men sometimes.
All right, listen to.
I'm honest.
What about?
No. Answer the question first.
No, you're right. No.
You don't feel as who do you think is more likely to commit an act of terrorism if you're playing the odds?
I don't know. Any kind of zealot.
No. Stop playing lawyer and be honest. I'm asking for honesty. I'm being honest with you.
Him evading this question is speaking.
This is what you're evading the question. It's a very forward question. They're searching everybody. I'm saying, do you think that 3 old ladies are as likely to commit an act of terrorism in this country as 3 Middle Eastern men?
You're right. They're not.
Okay. That's what I'm saying.
Listen to me, Jim. Over in Israel, they claim to have the best security in the world, right? All right.
Good.
And they dress like Hasidic Jews, and they want to search every Hasidic Jew, and you know what? They get blown up to bits every day, so it doesn't work.
No one is saying it's only Arabs. I am saying that if you're doing a search in the subway, you have to search who you think. Like if there was a memo put out, and say Crips or Bloods or whatever gang, or the Latin Kings. Let's say the Latin Kings had been committing acts of terrorism all over, and you were looking for Latin Kings that were going to commit terrorists. Would you really, feel as comfortable searching old black women or young blonde guys? No, you'd be looking for Latin guys in a certain age group. Same with Crips, Bloods, Mafia.
Where the holes in your theory crumble, because if you think a lot of Latin people look black, and a lot of them look white, so how do you know what's what?
Because most of us can look and tell. I'm not saying the extreme example. Let me finish. I'm answering your question. Dude, you're asking a question, and I'm trying to answer it. How can you tell? Can you look at any one of those guys on September 11th and not tell?
Of course not.
How about the London bombers? Every one of them looks pretty much like we figured they were going to look. So all these examples that are proven true, everybody they've been arresting looks pretty much like you expect him to look.
You can't be honest, Dean.
You're not being honest.
Listen, I'm Arab, okay?
Okay.
Listen, I do not mind being searched. If it guarantees my safety, I do not mind being searched.
Then where's the problem?
And if it's done respectfully, and absolutely. So what's the problem?
How come you left that word out? Respectfully.
No. Yesterday we discussed it.
Jim's been saying that for a month now.
Let me finish, Dean.
Every day, guys.
I made an absolute point of saying that it has to be done with dignity, and not a false dignity, not a feigned politeness, but it has to be done with a real respect. So the fact is, because the odds are you're searching an innocent person. So that it has to be done respectfully, and I have been saying that since day one. So if you listen to this show every day, you've heard that.
Yep.
So there goes your argument right there. I've said that because I believe it.
Just one more thing, Jim. You're disgusting for eating that girl's ass, bro.
No, she was hot, dude. How do you not do that?
He finally makes a valid point.
I'm a good egg.
All right, Dean. Thank you.
Love your show, guys. Bye.
All right, let's go to George in Colorado. George.
Good morning, boys.
Hey,
I got a couple thoughts on this. In some ways, I agree with that caller, but I'm going to throw a wrench into your argument. Martini Steve is half Lebanese, half Italian, correct?
Yes.
Do you realize that technically Martini Steve is considered an Arab? Would you stop him?
No, here's what you're saying. You're taking every example. I'm not saying it's 100% accurate, dude.
He's not allowed in the subway without his muzzle and trainer, though.
Dude, by the way he looks, Steve might get stopped by the way he looks.
Okay, but here's the thing. I was born in Lebanon.
Okay.
I am an American citizen. I am 37 years old. I've been in this country 36 years. I am as white as you are, Jimmy.
Absolutely.
But I am an Arab.
It doesn't matter. Don't you people get it? We're not talking that this is 100% just search Arab and everything's going to be hunky-dory. We're talking that look at the people on the planes of September 11th. Look at the majority, 99%.
One bomber in London was Jamaican.
Okay.
Okay. Wow, you got us.
Okay.
We're talking.
There have been others like this. All of the bombers in the Philippines.
We said that.
Oh my God.
Dude, you're playing lawyer. We're being yes.
I'm being realistic.
Dude, we know that.
Sometimes the long shot comes in at the track, my friend. Sometimes the long shot comes in, but you know something? A lot of times it's the favorite.
Hey, here's the other aspect to it, though. Not all Catholic priests are pedophiles, but all pedophile priests are Catholics, so why don't we profile Catholic priests?
You're completely right.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
Someone's saying it.
They should be profiled.
But they aren't, and why aren't they?
Because the church is a very powerful organization that has made a living out of covering up the disgusting behavior of these priests. That's why.
So what makes the church any different from the ACLU wanting to protect Arabs?
I'll tell you, thank you. The church is a disgrace for wanting to protect these people.
You're right.
And the ACLU for wanting to... Dude, can I finish? Dude, you ask a question, and I answer it, and you interrupt in the middle. The difference is it's equally disgraceful. And as awful as the priests are, that's not an imminent threat to blow up a subway. Okay? And they are disgraceful.
Children.
They're disgraceful.
I'm a Catholic. I go to church every time I see... I do not allow my priest to be alone with my child.
I agree.
Period.
You shouldn't.
And I have been told by various church members that I am wrong for profiling my priest.
No,
I'm not.
You just made our point.
Exactly.
Well, but here's the thing, though. There is not a single group out there, regardless of the religious position, that would agree with us that we should be profiling Catholic priests.
Again, that's why I'm speaking honestly. And first of all, a lot of people would agree. They just wouldn't be honest enough to say they agree. A lot of people, of course, they would agree. They just wouldn't say it. This is not about being a lawyer or about being slick. It's just about telling the truth about the way you feel. And you're right. You should be profiling priests because their history of behavior has been abominable.
And I think there's a lot more people concerned right now with getting on a subway and being blown up than there are parents that are Catholic that are sending their kids off alone with a priest. Yeah, that's a little more niche than anybody going to work in the morning.
And with that, let's take a listen to a Stephen Lynch song.
In prayer, my cross to bear, I kneel upon the floor. Temptations of a Catholic priest aren't easy to ignore, but I cannot control myself. It rips my soul apart. For one small sheep among my flock has stole the shepherd's heart. Altar boy, confess your sins to me. You will find the grace of God inside my rectory. At Sunday Mass or Bible class, I catch him in my view. So I close my eyes, but there he lies, spread eagle on the pew. Yeah, when I see him in that frock, my conscience goes awry. I'll give him some communion wine that's spiked with Spanish fly. Altar boy, is it gonna be heaven or hell? You can play my organ all night long if you promise never to tell. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. I could dress him up like the Pope and then I'd Oh, dear God, the shame. No, no, lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from sin. Oh, we could pretend that he was Jesus Christ and I was Mary Magdalene. An altar boy, confess your sins to me. Yeah, you will find the grace of God inside my rectory. Yeah, altar boy, confess your sins to me. You will find the grace of God inside my
Oh, man, that never gets old. Stephen Lynch on the Opie and Anthony Show.
I can't find a bra that will holster my massive hooters.
I'm very proud of my big tits.
Thank God for Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
All right, we're back with the Opie and Anthony program. We just played a promo that's like a month old. Just ignore that. Jesus.
That's great, huh?
Someday we'll have this. Go ahead.
I was listening going, oh, Mythbusters are coming in?
That
was last
cool.
time they were in the studio, and that was a month ago.
Someday we'll have this all figured out. We were playing Stephen Lynch, the pre-song, because it fit in that spot, you know, and Ben and Steve come running in here, and do you want to take a break? Yeah, I guess we'll take a short break. I said, but get something done. Give me an assault on the media promo or like the info about our L.A. trip. Not just a promo that means nothing to most people. And, well, they did a WOW promo, and then they did an assault promo that had nothing to do with assault on the media that was a promo for our show that's well over a month old.
And assault was spelt wrong in the system, and Steve comes, like, barging into the studio and goes, who's the soon-to-be dead guy that spelt assault wrong and put this in this folder? And, whoa, he was pissed.
We'll get this figured out someday, I guess. We are going to L.A. tomorrow. We're going to be broadcasting from the X Games on Friday in Los Angeles.
Friday? What's that all about?
Los Angeles.
Like, where are we sitting? We're going to be right there?
We're at that arena.
Home Depot.
Yeah, the Home Depot arena. We're broadcasting live 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. on the East Coast. And for you lefties out there on the West Coast, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. We'll be live in Los Angeles, West Coast time, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And it's going to be a lot of fun at the X Games. All right?
Are we right by the action? Are we away?
Motocross pretty much flying right over our heads as we broadcast.
What's going to be going on?
Oh, yeah. I think some motocross and some other, maybe some BMX biking and things like that. Hopefully some longboards and some skateboards. And
oh, well, why don't you give them a run for their money, Ope?
I'm thinking of jumping on the half pipe.
There.
Why not?
Tear it up.
Do a little something on the half pipe for everybody. Sure. Why not? All right, we could continue with this racial profiling thing. Who wants? Wait, what is this? Frank in Jersey, what's up?
Hi, I want to play Guess the Fart.
Oh, well.
Can I play and maybe win like a silly little prize?
We don't have prizes. That's something else I've asked for.
How about an XM rock to sit under?
Well, we got those seat cushions, the XM seat cushions.
I'll take one.
I don't even know what they are. What are they called? Seat cushions?
Yeah, the tampons.
Yeah, I've asked for a box of prizes that we could just consistently go to when we want to play our silly radio games, but something else we're waiting for. We'll work it out eventually.
I'll play for pride. Or you could give me a seat cushion and sign it, and I'll sell it on eBay and make a few bucks.
That's true.
Like $6.
That's true. All right, sir. I think we're just going to play the game amongst ourselves today.
All right, well... Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you, man.
Wasn't that Attack on the Media promo when we were giving away the Arthur Chien collectibles?
Yeah.
The shirts and stuff. When was that?
I don't know. I think he got fired.
How long ago was that? Did he get fired?
That was NEW, wasn't it?
I think he got fired. Oh, damn it, you beat me to it.
Because you know why? Because you went to set it up. Well, I think he got fired. I just jumped in.
NEW,
wasn't it?
You stole it.
No, I didn't.
Punchline thief.
I didn't know where you were going with
I
it.
stopped my great line because Anthony had something to say, so I started, stopped, and then you jumped in.
I didn't know you were. How do I know you were going with that? I'm not a mind reader.
That's that hot teacher on the. She's in her orange
when
prison
did Kurt
garb.
Cobain get arrested? Jesus.
Alcohol trouble cited in New York teacher's sex case.
I love her.
They got her being led away in her orange jail jumpsuit and her blonde hair.
Yes, very hot.
You think she's fucking the guards between the bars?
Probably.
Where they back their ass up between the bars and the guard whips
Female
it out?
guards with the nightsticks.
Or that, sure.
Why not? All right, we're going to play Who Farted? Where are the answers? Oh, I see. Oh, I see what. I see what they did here.
I see where they're going.
Oh, very, very clever guys.
Really?
Oh yeah, Danny and Travis. Why don't you explain the Who Farted game? It's a creation of Danny and Travis.
We had Travis TV. We had Danny do the assault on the media. We got him coming in now again, and Nathaniel just standing in there, just doing nothing. Barking out orders.
He had his killer olive joke the other day, though. So
yeah.
So what's this game about, guys?
Basically, it's a collection of farts, and I guess I figured the best way that this will work is we'll play the fart, and then you guys will have to guess who it is, and then we can play the answer.
Okay.
And we have the answer key.
Okay, yeah, I see that. Very good. Should we get Steve and the gang in here?
Sure.
Yeah, Steve is very angry right now, so I think he needs to have a little fun.
I'm pissed off.
Where's Martini Steve? What, Art?
He's locked in his studio right now.
He's locked in his studio?
Getting to the bottom of something.
We're a bunch of crybabies, is what it comes down to. Are you feeling better,
there
Steve?
He is. Uh-oh.
No, I would like to cut the testicles off of the person who fucking screwed with my production stuff.
You're a scary dude, but we've never seen you actually do anything.
Oh,
He's like the Fonz.
I don't mean work-wise. I mean as far as hurting somebody.
I
think you need to hurt just one person so everyone knows you mean business.
I have hurt people in the past. I just don't want to do it now.
I would like.
Remember the Fonz? Everyone was scared shit of the Fonz on Happy Days, and you never saw him lay a hand on anybody.
Yeah, whenever Steve like that.
Whenever Steve gets mad, he just hits a jukebox and the music plays, and he tries to have sex with a couple of twins. Cunningham.
Anger management.
Cunningham.
By the way, Eric did some research for us, and the promo that ran was for our May 24th show.
May 24.
I didn't even do that one. That's why I was so shocked when I heard it.
Over 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Over 2 months.
Almost 2.5 months ago.
Come on.
So glad it's still in there.
Hello, Mrs. C. Hello, shortcake.
That's over 2 months.
I really think you need to rip someone's testicle out, just one, so they can still reproduce, just to show people you mean business.
Okay, all right, but I'm not really angry at anybody in the room right now, so I really need to find a target.
Don't look at Jimmy.
I'm not. I love Jimmy.
Patsy?
Yeah. Jimmy gets scared as it is. You don't need to look at him.
Don't let him.
God.
Don't get him scared.
I really don't need you tensing up and farting right now.
No.
Well, we're going to play the Who Farted game.
Thank God this is the unscented version.
I didn't do that. I am not wrong.
Yeah, why not?
I just don't see him lay a hand on anybody.
No, never.
Sunday, Monday,
There's Steve. The leather flaming jacket. Yeah, Fonzie was always a tough guy. He would, if someone started giving him shit at Arnold, he'd stand up and everyone in the audience would go, "Whoa!" And then the guy would back down. All right, Fonz, all right. And then he'd sit back down.
Wait a minute. Remember that guy I threw out at NEW? You have seen me hit somebody. I can't remember.
I don't remember seeing you.
No, you didn't throw him out. He was getting out of line, and you said, "Look, you can sit on it."
Oh, Jesus.
Nerd.
Wait a minute. I distinctly remember. I think he was some guy who brought a couple girls in, and he was trying to fraud something going on.
Joe Diamond.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah,
that guy.
You didn't hit him.
No.
You bodily, removed him.
You asked him to leave and he left.
Picked him up by the scruff of his neck.
You did the same thing my grandmother's done. You threw someone out.
Ushered out.
Yeah.
No, he was...
And stay out.
Get out, and it's chilly in here.
All right. Thank you for the Happy Days soundtrack.
Now, we don't need the entire song. Maybe you should let episodes 1 through 4 play. How about stop on that one?
Relax, man.
Play it again.
I know. Tom Bosley's fat face in the middle of that record. I'm going to put my fist in his...
Joni and Chachi are about to get married.
Ah.
Shortcake.
It just helps to separate the words a little bit better.
Drink your milk and eat your veggies.
Yes. Oh, Mrs. C.
Didn't the Fonz start doing that crap?
Oh, of course. He was the tough guy. And the first couple episodes didn't even have the leather jacket. It's like a windbreaker. And he was kind of like the guy they went to for the advice, because they were all kids. Fonzie was a well-rounded guy. He'd just be sitting on his bike, and they'd ask him questions, and he was cool about it. And then he just became a parody of what was supposed to be cool. Ugh, Mrs. C. Stop.
And then what a bummer when you realize that Henry Winkler, who played the Fonz, was really a nerd in real life.
Oh, just a short little Jewish man.
He was. A lot of people admired the Fonz growing up, and then you see him on some of these interview shows, and you're like, oh my God, he's like the nerdiest dude.
Cunningham, get me my yarmulke.
All right.
Oh, Mrs. C, my mezuzah.
Oy vey.
I'm the chosen people.
Wow. Here we go.
I was doing Steve C as a Jew as Fonz.
Wow.
It was awful.
Who farted? Let's play Who Farted.
Yes, let's.
Your choices are Opie, Anthony.
Why? Anthony's never farted.
I've never
Or Jim
blasted
Norton.
one in here. No, it can't be me. See,
But see,
would
that was
I
the
be
trick
profiled? But everyone knows. Why profile me for this game?
It's true.
When you know it's not going to be me. I should be able to go through the non-farting turnstile.
Rick in New Jersey. His comment is for both racial profiling and the game Who Farted. Go ahead, Rich.
Yo, boys, what's happening, man?
What's
no
up?
Sweetie coming out of my mouth here, Jimmy. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
I thought if ever all those guys profiling or watching the everything, they had a clothespin in their pocket. Anybody who stinks where you got to put that over your nose, they're criminal. All those smelly mongrels we have out there.
He's still working it. He's trying. He keeps adding more to it.
Yeah, that stupid South Jersey accent.
Rich, don't you realize sometimes it's just one line will just get you over the top?
It's either going to work or it's not, and the longer you dwell on it, the worse it gets
If
for
I
you.
went Rich in New Jersey and you just went, if you smell, you're guilty, bam, you're out, good line, you could go home for the day.
You know, Rich, as Alex Rieger once said, it's better to remain silent and be thought the fool than speak and remove all doubt. Alex Rieger said that.
Very good. I remember that episode.
Fine episode where Louis meets the parents.
All right, here we go.
Hope we don't have to have a race for the can after dinner.
Here we go. Who farted?
Okay.
We'll start with the first one.
That's
Wait, that's all it is?
I think I know who that is.
Well, you know how easy that would be, because all you got to do is find out whoever's laughing. Whoever's laughing. If you hear me laughing, it's
That's a really good point. If they didn't edit out the laughing, then it's going to be really...
If I'm laughing, it's mine. If you hear a fart and then jerking off sounds, it's Ope.
No, these are really tightly edited. So.
Yeah, here's just the fart.
That was mine.
Here's the deal. It'll be Martini Steve and Anthony playing Who Farted, okay? Because Jimmy and I know our farts.
Really?
Sure
you know
do.
yours? You think?
I know exactly whose fart that is, yes.
Okay.
Here it is again. All right.
I'm saying Jimmy.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to agree. I think that's Jimmy.
Jimmy.
All right, hold on.
They're playing the odds.
No, I'm not playing the odds. I'll be honest.
It just sounds like it came from a short fella.
And Ope has really come to the table recently.
Thank you. I usually fart when we have to record the crap for the 6 a.m. hour.
That's true.
We might give a golden ticket out to the listeners in general, by the way.
That would be nice.
Someone made a parody song about Jim saying phenomenal all the time during one of his Ozfest interviews.
But did they, That's what I say to that.
Damn. And we have the fart in context. I like it.
That's
all right.
Great.
I love this. I thought that was the next one, and I'm like, that was very poorly edited.
No.
Oh, good job. You played the actual clip.
Ant and Steve both got that one right.
Very good. You can play along at home, by the way.
I'm playing.
I'm all late. Let me see.
You got it?
Yeah. There it is. That one.
That's right. He farts into the mouth of every contestant. Old Richard Dawson.
All right, here we go. Here's the next fart. Who farted? This is Danny and Travis. No, not farting, but came up with the game.
Right? I absolutely know. That is Opie.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Wow.
That is Opie fart.
Here's the fart again.
Oh,
yeah.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
I can picture those baggy jeans.
Yeah.
Jeez.
There was like clothing reverberation in there.
Yeah,
It sounds like it's coming through a bag full of wet puppies, doesn't it? It's just like...
Wait, here it is.
Oh, God. Someone put the hand over it.
You got to make a fart promo.
Yeah, I'm
man.
working on it now, actually.
All right. So what do you think, Steve?
I think that's you.
All right.
I think
Absolutely.
that's you.
Both say Opie. Bravo. There you have it. Bombs and flubs.
Very
volume two.
good, Nathaniel.
Bombs, flubs, and...
Oh.
How do you talk on that microphone after blowing ass on it?
How do you not? Smells wonderful.
Wow.
Whoa.
Both got
Happened.
it wrong.
Me too.
Damn it.
You wearing a diaper that day?
Wow.
I assumed it was all of Opie's clothing.
The thing is this, my farts come in every way, shape. My farts are really like a diversity.
That was so muffled.
It really.
I really thought it was me too. I got fooled.
Wow.
Like some of them are like really loud and awful. They all have like a different a vibe to them. Like sometimes they're like this.
No.
Mark that down for the next time we play farts.
That's like
Who farted?
That's almost like something squared. When you fart while playing the fart game. It's all right. It's fine. It doesn't smell even. It does.
Stop it.
I can bite that one.
Stinks.
Nice.
All right, very good.
It smells like cheese doodles wrapped in placenta.
So here we go. Ant and Steve are tied in the Who Farted game.
Oh, Jimmy!
So you're giving away the answer. They're gonna have to... Jesus.
That is really terrible.
No, it's not. It's cute.
Oh, it's awful.
Come on, it's a birthday. It's probably birthday cake.
Here we go. Here's the next fart, okay?
All right.
We ready for the next one?
All right. All right. That one I'm saying is
Yes.
Opie. That's
Yeah.
Opie.
I don't know.
Here it is again.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's another muffled one, which now the last one threw me because that was...
I don't.
Yeah, it is.
It doesn't sound as wet.
Anthony?
I will say Opie fart.
Steve?
Are you playing these in order on the CD?
No comment.
Damn it. Because all right, I'm gonna say it's Ope. I'm gonna say it's you.
Hey, I was a 911 dispatcher for 7.5 years, and that call, the way she's talking, everything, for inner city, what have you, is very typical of the way they call and the way a dispatcher would handle it.
Oh, okay.
Who was that?
Is that one without an
Yeah,
answer?
yeah.
I'm sorry. That would be Opie.
Ah.
Nice.
You got it?
Yeah.
Still tied, Anthony and Steve.
Because yours have that little bubble thing. Like sometimes mine will be like...
Come on, dude.
Don't spray it on me, stupid.
Maybe it'll leak through into your fucking pores. Jesus.
Fucking Eric just panics. Ugh. Sorry, it's that little package. You can suck it out.
God damn. Jimmy's going fart for fart
Well,
with the game.
I'm trying to show you guys that's variety. One sounds like this, the other one sounds like that. That was like a little Asian one.
You got nailed with the spray immediately.
Oh, Steve's got to leave.
Okay, fine.
He's puking.
No, I didn't.
Yes.
I just sprayed Lysol and walked into a cloud of it.
Saturday, what a day. Moving all week with you.
You almost sounded like Stewie there from Family Guy. All right, you guys ready for the next fart?
No.
Sure.
There we go.
Ooh.
Let me hear it again. All right.
I know exactly who that is.
All right.
Let Steve go first this time.
Just based on the last two, I'm saying that's Jimmy.
Yeah, I must concur.
Do you know what that one sounds like? Can you play that one more time?
Sure, hold on a minute.
This.
It'll take a second.
Can you picture a cancer patient laying on his side with atrophied legs? That's what that one sounds like. Listen, it sounds like a cancer patient. Listen, hold on. We love you, Pop.
Oh. All right. So, whose fart is that? We'll go back to Anthony.
I agree there with Steve. That is Jimmy.
All right, here we go.
Uh-oh.
That'll work.
Oh, no.
What's the matter? You get scared of my birthday. Oh, you're a little nervous?
Oh, boy.
He's scared. What happened, Jimmy?
I just thought of all my presents that were piling up, and I got frightened. I hope people come to my party.
That one sounded like one of mine.
Yeah, it sounded kind of wet.
Yeah,
with a hint of millionaire.
And we're back live again. Oh, man. That was the commentary after the fart. That day, obviously, we're back live, and you guys both got that right.
It's hard. It's hard to pick them out based on tonality, but that one, just based on the last two, Jimmy ripped in here.
It's still tied, 3-3 for Steve and Anthony.
Oh.
Here's the next fart as we play Who Farted.
Easy.
Wow.
That was like singing.
Yeah. Baritone.
Yeah. Wow, that had some patent pitch.
Wow.
All right.
Play that sound again.
Wow. That's great. No.
All right, it's back to Steve. Whose fart is that?
That's yours, man. That is definitely Opie.
Again, yes, Steve. I have to agree with Steve.
Absolutely.
And that is a magnificent pitch you hit there.
Definitely.
Oh, hi, Anthony.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. Oh, no. Oh.
That was a nice one.
Oh.
Very nice.
Fucking disgusting people.
It makes me happy because I know the next segment makes me a little sad. There we go.
You got it?
No, that's it. I win. You guys both got that one right as well. Let's go to Ken the trucker. Ken?
Yeah, man.
What's up, Ken?
No, Tim. That's okay.
Oh.
I was going to say, man, I love your show, but the fart game sucks, man. But I got to admit, I cracked my ass up when you started playing them fucking music from that damn movie.
How can you say the fart game sucks? It rules.
My goodness.
Yeah, you're right.
I love you, Jimmy. I
Thank
tell you
you.
what, though, I'll tell you, like I said, man,
All right, you're wrecking our
it really
buzz today.
sucked. I was really boring as hell, but I
Doesn't like it?
How do you not like the... What kind of guy are you?
It's got mystique.
Yeah.
It's got farts.
It's got sex appeal.
Sex. You can play along at home.
Right.
Of course. Try to figure out whose fart it is.
Please, whenever it's Opie's, you don't picture those little blonde, wispy cheeks opening up and a gift coming out of them.
Oh, Jesus. You're really making me
I want to hold that guy down and open his mouth and go, how boring is this?
Come on.
That's what I say to you. Don't spray that. You take away the joy. I try to give something to the room and nobody appreciates it.
That is terrible.
Jesus, ingrates. All of you.
The place smells like shit and flowers.
I know. All the Lysol.
All right, you ready for the next fart?
Whenever I get angry, it just comes out like that.
You're confusing everybody with the game here. We're trying to play a game. You're adding new farts to the equation. Here's the next fart as far as our contest goes.
Oh. You know right away, Steve?
I think I know exactly.
I'm going to have to hear it again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right, I think I know.
Yeah.
I will say Opie.
Yeah, I'm going to say for the same reason for the last one. It's got tonality. It sounds like a tuba. You know, it sounds like a musical instrument of some kind.
It's the same fart. It's obviously.
It's got to be Opie, because my colon is kind of like Jack. It's just pretty much whatever you want. It's like an iPod, my asshole.
Right. And I'm just playing grunge songs. Yeah, that's all I got.
He's got a format that has to be adhered to at all times.
His ass has a playlist. Here we go. Here's the answer coming up. Yeah, what do you think the problem
Frenchie was a huge star on our radio show on regular radio. Huge.
I can get up in the morning.
Oh, Jesus.
Tweak.
Oh. All right, we're back live.
I think it was Jimmy. You got the key?
Yeah,
Wait.
that was Jimmy.
Oh, wow.
I told you, I do impressions.
That was a hard one. You do impressions even out your ass.
Yeah, that was an impression of Opie's fart because it had the same...
Wow. All right.
I totally missed the shit.
And by the way, say tonality again. I'm sailing this cup into your chin. Tonality. It has tonality.
You guys are still tied at 4 as we play the next fart.
Ooh.
That kind of...
Before you guess, someone has a great idea. I don't know if we can make this happen. Long Star Viking the Trucker, what's up?
Hey, you don't need to have a fart line like you have the FU line.
Can we have a separate fart line, or maybe we could, maybe for a while we could turn the FU line into FUs plus farts? Maybe that's the way to go?
Wow, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, because we already have a line set up. The FU line, if you're leaving your FUs, what is the number for the FU line, Steve?
866 FU line 1.
There you go. 866 FU line 1. If you're, calling in your FUs and you happen to have some gas, let it fly, okay?
All right. I don't have no gas for y'all today, though.
All right, we'll do it that way. That's a great idea. We'll get the listeners involved, okay?
It's not going to be hard to call up, rings, you get connected, and then have to save that fart. Like you feel a fart coming, now you got to call. Well, leave the fart.
Well, you could basically call and say, I don't have an FU, but I have this for you, and then,
No, but I mean, it's going to take a while, but by the time you feel it, you might lose it.
Right.
Well, if you hold a fart in too long,
right,
it just goes somewhere.
It goes back up in and
goes back. Comes out later, but you don't know when.
Would you like to go to the listeners' houses and record them yourself, Anthony? I mean, this is the best we got.
Travis, get on that.
This is the best we got. If you want to leave farts on the FU line, do it. Because I think we're going to have a WOW siding line soon,
Yeah,
right?
we're working on that. We're going to take one of the existing lines and turn it into a WOW
When will we have
siding
that? By November when it's cold again?
No, I talked to Bruce and Mars about it last week. It takes a few days to set up.
Hard to believe we can't get advertisers on this show, even if we wanted them. The 3 lines we have are for farts, fuck yous, and tit showings.
That's what makes us special. Right?
You just got to time it out right. Like, ring, ring. Hello, welcome to the FU line. Hi, I'm Bill from Oklahoma.
Oh, now you're squeezing them out to the. Now only dogs are hearing these. That was really kind of squeaked
That
out.
almost sounded like a wink.
You're at the end of your run.
Yeah. No, I'm not.
You're going to be dry heaving from your butt soon.
I know, my asshole's just going to open up and go.
That's a great visual. And there's a great example of fart you can leave on the FU line, okay? Let's say hi to Scott in Tennessee. Scott.
Hey, guys, what's going on?
Hey.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you.
Oh, it sounds like your farts are muffled by a fucking marshmallow.
All right.
Perhaps there's still a marshmallow in there.
Thank you, Scott. Vinny from Oceanside.
Hey, what's up, guys? Listen, best fucking game ever. Keep it going, man. Keep it going.
All right,
it does
we'll do
rule.
That. Ben in
People
Connecticut.
like
Ben?
What's up?
Click.
What's up, Ben?
Hey, happy birthday in advance, Jim.
Thank you.
I just want to say that Jim has tremendous mic technique. I think it sounds like Opie's all sound like there's microphones in his large intestine.
Ooh, very good.
I've commented a few times on how Ope uses the side of the mic, which I think does muffle it a bit. And Jimmy is right there, front of mic to asshole. Perfect link up.
You have to be, because I'm used to talking into a mic, so I kind of know how to line up the 2 fat cheeks around something with awful shit coming out of it. 15 years of stand-up.
Yes. Yes in Ohio? Is that your name?
Hi.
Oh, hi. What's up, Yes?
I'm doing good. What's going on?
What's up?
I just wanted to say I was driving to work, and that guy that called and said that the game was boring, I just want to say that he's an idiot and that I'm a girl and I think it's fucking hilarious.
Thank you. And hot.
And really hot. All right, thank you,
You're welcome.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye. Let's say hi to Brian in Michigan. Brian, make it fast because we got to get back to the fart game.
Hey, I love the fart game. I was playing in a band a few years back, and I just had some rank farts, like rotten propane, and I let one loose right in the middle of Warpig. Cleared out the whole bar, 125, 150 people. And they go, Warpig's got the power. Grab the mic. Cleared out the bar, man.
All right, right. You got to make these calls quick before we all lose our hard-ons.
Yeah. All right, back to the fart game. Here's the next fart.
Right, that's that.
Wait a minute. Let me...
Jimmy's running out of juice, man.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Excuse me? You ever disrespect me?
That arms outstretched thing you did was great.
Awful.
Yeah, that was the Titanic.
Everyone's confused now. There's live farts going on, recorded farts.
Yeah. It's just hot.
Holy crap. All right, so those were live farts. Back to the game. This is the fart you guys have to study.
Yeah.
All right, what do you think, Anthony? It's tie, 4-4.
I'm going to go with Jimmy.
I'm going Opie.
Oh, wow. Okay, here we
finally.
go.
Okay.
Yeah, here we go.
We will have a leader. Are you trying to tell me that this show goes off on tangents?
Yes, sometimes it does. I remember this one time we went off on a tangent. I was on a train, and yes, Jimmy, were you going to fart?
No. Please don't. Oh, it stinks so bad. Just fart so we can start the bit. And we're back live. Well, there was a wrong and a right. Who got that one right?
I got it right.
Anthony.
Poor Steve.
Steve got it wrong.
No, yeah, I've been taking these in the face, courtesy of Jimmy.
All right. The next fart. Here it is.
God. I could actually hear grunge jeans moving.
I was going to say, was that through chains?
Oh!
That is really bad.
That's rank.
That's actually the sound of gas leaving the body as a car runs over a stomach.
One more time. Oh, you have to go back?
Yeah.
Beep, beep.
I got to hear again. One more.
Really? All
yeah.
right, hold on a minute. Here we go.
All right. I'm saying Jimmy. Yeah.
That's Opes.
Yeah, I'm saying Opie again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's get tied up.
Basically, you got to. It tells the hard drive that there's actually MP3s there. I have a Rio player, which actually reads off of SD cards. And yeah, I know it sucks a lot, but I have a pop.
Might have been mine. Ope laughed too fast.
I know.
I will bet money it's mine, and I'll tell you why in a second.
Why?
Whose is it?
That was a Jim.
Oh man!
I'll tell you why.
I usually fart later in the show.
But you laugh too quickly.
You laughed much too quickly. I could never get your mouth that fast.
Because you don't just fart and then put your mouth down. Ha ha ha! It just.
All right, who got that right?
Anthony.
Correct.
You got it?
Oh, Ant's undefeated.
Wow. Well, Ant's also in here all the time, so there's.
You tell yourself whatever you have to.
Okay.
Ant knows my asshole, and that's all that there is to it.
All right, next fart.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh.
Oh. You can almost hear it whining.
It was sneaking out and then just.
That's what happens if you sneeze underwater in your mask.
It whined like a puppy first, and then.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
sounds like Kubert.
Anthony?
That one.
It's to Anthony.
I have to go with Opie on that one. I think that's an Opie blast.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right. Are we done?
No, we got one more page.
Done. No. I'm out of here.
Oh, wait. Before you go to that Mitch Beck bit.
Damn it. Jesus. Yeah, let me get past
And we're back live.
It was Jimmy.
They're all so different.
Got that one wrong.
Such a variety of farting going on.
That muffled sound, it's not you.
That was hilarious, that one. All right, the next fart. There's some cleanup there.
Oh. That pause in the middle was actually a fluid-filled bubble.
What do you think? It's Anthony again, because no one got the other one right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go with Jimmy.
I'm going with Opie.
You have to go with Opie, because that's one of those ones, when he tries to fire it out, it's just kind of...
Yeah.
There's also been...
I don't think I like the title of this segment of the program.
Oh, hold on, this is the answer, sorry.
Yeah.
We're going to tape.
I don't think I like the title of this segment of the program.
I think it's very accurate, Anthony.
It's called Ants Going Insane.
And the problem is...
I don't believe I'm going insane. I just think I have good hygiene.
Yeah,
very hygienic.
We'll
I don't
see
like
how you react to this.
Oh, no. You're going to have to change your underwear.
We had to react to say, is your dick hard too?
I really wanted to have one of those booming ones. And just like most of my jokes on this show, it failed miserably. And we're back live.
I got that. And Steve. Yes.
So Steve got that one.
Yes.
Oh, game on. Steve is only one behind.
One behind.
Ooh, good way to phrase it.
Ooh,
wow. That must have been in the middle of an argument.
That one was sprayed into a Tupperware bowl.
Yeah. Right?
Listen.
Wow.
All right. I think I have this one.
Yeah, I think so, too.
I am going to say Jimmy Norton.
That sounds like modern art being created.
And I will say it because I believe, for some reason, that doesn't even sound like it was in the studio. Is that taped, like, in the bathroom or something?
No, it was in the studio, but the isolated clip that you just played, I had to raise the volume.
Oh, you had to raise it? There was some weird sound in there. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute.
I'll say Jimmy, but let's see who it is.
Steve?
I think it's Jimmy, too. Yeah.
Both saying Jimmy. Here's the answer.
How is this going to affect you? We'll tell you after the break. They don't do that on the news.
They should. It would have more integrity the way
Mark that one down, boys. All right, we're back live. Who?
Yeah, that was Jimmy.
That was Jimmy? All right, Jimmy.
Yeah.
So you both got that right?
All right.
All right.
Sweet.
Okay, the next fart in the Who Farted game, put together by Danny and Travis.
Oh. Whoa.
Sprayed out into the pants a little.
That doesn't even sound like a fart. It's like Velcro. Well, I have to say Opie. Doesn't have that robust oomph that Jimmy's does.
I had a good baritone one in there, though.
Mine is sneaky.
Go ahead, Steve.
I think it's Jimmy.
Uh-oh.
I think it's Jimmy.
Could tie it up here, right?
Yep. Here comes the answer.
No, carrotized. It's a machine bunnies have been working on.
Get me my carrotizer.
I know what the word was. It was
Jimmy.
And we're back live. That was Jimmy.
I think that was a fine joke that a carrotizer is a machine bunnies have been working on.
Jimmy, yes.
So who got that right?
Who got that right?
I think I did.
Steve.
Oh,
Yeah.
Steve did, yeah.
Oh, my God, we're tied with just a few farts left.
Damn.
Pay attention.
I'm just
kids.
trying to pay attention to at least some kind of significant thing, but I think I'm tricking myself.
Here's the next fart.
Oof.
See, the more we do, the harder it gets.
Yeah, it's certainly
second guessing myself. Got to go with my first instinct, which is that one's Jimmy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Nope.
Jimmy.
Both saying Jimmy?
No.
Jimmy says no?
Of course he does.
I think that's one of mine, actually.
It is.
Let's listen.
Thank
Quite remember.
God I'm not listening to this program right now.
Ooh.
Thank God. Because we recorded this ahead of time.
No,
I'm still sleeping. I'm hoping. That wasn't me.
Thank you, Jimmy.
That was Jimmy.
I did the show you how to do it.
Jimmy.
We're back live.
I know you better than you know yourself.
So you both got that one right. Still
Yep.
tied. Okay.
Those little mousy things.
Almost done here, kids. Almost done. Here's the next fart.
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh. Like an old cowboy spitting into a spittoon.
Ding! There's like a weird that's like a weird echo. That's the sound it would make if you actually pinched the nose of an invalid and farted into their mouth when it opened. That little bounce around the tongue and out.
What do we think, boys?
I know I've been picking Jimmy a lot, but I got to say Jimmy again.
Yeah,
okay.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Here's the answer.
And he's got that L problem where he can't say his L's. His L's come out like, oh, that, or like a fart out of Jimmy's ass.
Bonnie?
I know. Bonnie rolled her chair away, put her arms out, just like, what the, why?
And we're back live.
Yeah.
Both got that right as well.
Can't second guess myself.
We got 2 farts left in the Who's Farted game.
2 left.
Could be anyone's game here. Here's the next fart.
Wow.
That was impressive.
Textbook.
Jeez.
Yeah, the farts were getting boring there for a while.
Oh.
Awful.
Yeah.
I need some of these on
Wow,
my replay.
that has a snapshot at the end. Listen to the very
really
end. The asshole snaps and smacks like a clapping hand. Listen. Like...
I need some of these on my replay so I can make music.
That is something.
Yeah.
Who you going with, Steve?
I'm saying that's Opie. That's got oatmeal written all over it.
Yeah, I want to say that too, but you know, I'm gonna play the odds here. I'm gonna try to pull ahead with this one.
Oh boy.
I'm going against my first instincts. I think it is Opie, but Jimmy has longer duration farts than Opie does, generally speaking. His lasts longer.
Because that one had the Hughes bounce.
Yeah, that one.
Do you think
that
it
one
did?
had that tone that the last one he did. It just.
Oh God,
very
that's
basic.
Absolutely.
Sounds like a brass instrument. It really does.
But I'm gonna say Jimmy.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna say Jimmy.
All right, here's the answer.
This is when Bruce Colden and tried to distance himself from the interlocutor.
Production that we had goofed on so much.
Goofed on? Crucified.
This is what I think of the interloculars.
What, Ope?
See, that was...
God, that was a biggie. I'm done.
Why do your gassers always sound like they're going around wet meat?
And we're back live.
See, yours have a bass, and mine tend to be like more like here.
You're gonna hurt yourself.
Oh no,
Jimmy.
I won't.
You gotta have a hemorrhoid by now, man. Jesus. That was a live fart that's confusing everyone in radio land.
All of yours sound like when you take a balloon and pull the place that you blow into it and make it whistle.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
They're all these high-pitched things.
So you know what it is? My body gets excited when it hears other farts. It feels like, oh, we have company. It's okay to come out now.
All right, here's... Oh, my God.
I know, that deodorant is awful. Stop spraying the deodorant towards Anthony. You're bothering him.
All right, here's the deal. We have 1 fart left in the Who Farted game.
Damn it, Jimmy.
Steve is in the lead, right?
Yeah.
For this final fart, because it would be so easy for Steve just to say what Anthony said.
Same thing I said.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to write down the...
Secret ballad.
Secret ballad for the last fart, to keep it fair.
This is sexy.
And can this be a 2-pointer? That way I could win.
No, it can't.
No, you guys have to have a kiss-off. It's a tie.
I'm excited now.
Looks like Steve wins.
I know. You guys have to shake hands. All right, I give up. See if you can take it. See, I've been doing like... hold on.
Oh, no.
Oh. I'm going to do this one positioned differently.
Oh, what was that? Oh.
I switched... Oof, that's ripe. That's ripe. I switched positions, and I decided to put my legs up.
Put the wall up.
Normally what I'll do is I'll jump up and put my hiney towards the mic, but this time I actually brought the mic home.
You got into a gynecologist.
Yeah.
When girls go to the gynecologist's office. That's what you did. You put your feet up in the stirrups.
That really smells like dog shit.
God damn it, Jimmy.
Well, come on, guys. It's all for the show.
No, you got to stop now.
All right, I'll quit.
That really smells
I
bad.
promise.
All right, here it is. The final fart in the Who Farted game.
All right, let's listen.
I know that one immediately.
Huh?
I know that one immediately.
All right, hold on. Here it is again. It's very important.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. All right,
Oh, God.
You got to write down your answers.
All right.
Hand them over to me. Thank you, Steve. Steve is in the lead by 1, so Anthony needs to get this one right, and Steve obviously needs to get this one wrong.
It's on the back of this.
All right, Steve has said Jimmy.
Yeah.
And
That's what I said.
You said Jimmy?
Yes, I
know
did.
the answer, by the way.
What's the answer?
Neither. Go ahead.
Oh.
Well, Jimmy's onto something. It was a trick question, ladies and gentlemen. This is a mystery guest.
Oh.
Guest in the Who Farted game.
Yeah, I kind of figured that would be coming, just kind of, again, the numerical odds. But Fan almost blew because he held up a mystery guest sign, but there's only one mystery guest that's ever done that.
All right.
Wow, really?
Don't give it away.
Oh, man.
Don't give it away. So, officially, Steve has won the Who Farted game. But just for laughs and giggles, here's Who Farted the last time here.
Thank God there's a weekend coming up. Just kind of diffuse this a bit.
I just don't. Here, this will.
All right.
A celebrity fart. There you go, Jay Mohr.
Ah, yes.
Hey, Jay Mohr.
Great.
Well, I didn't know. I
was
put
going to
voice.
say that.
Jay Mohr.
That's right. I remember that. I remember that. That was wow. That was a long time ago.
Damn, I wish I would have known.
And that ends the Who Farted game. It would be nice to play a little Who Farted jingle here.
Could have wrote that down and fucked up everything.
No, I have my.
Got to help me cheat in there, guys.
Well, if you were nicer to them, maybe they would help you out.
I am the nicest guy ever to the guys in the glass booth.
You're not.
You're really awful.
Very nice. I am really nice.
You don't caress them?
There's caressing going on.
Did you know that Travis likes to be rubbed behind his ear? He likes when you take the pinky finger and go behind his ear, and his little leg kicks out, and he promises to watch more TV.
His job. Wow, it really stinks in here.
Well.
I was hoping we could play that game and not have it stink in here because it's just recording.
I thought
Jimmy,
that when I
thank
held
you.
up the guest list.
All right, we'll break, but thanks to Danny and Travis for the
job well done.
Who-Farted game.
And how about a
Opie
thanks to
Anthony
our
program.
assholes?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you just did, them too.
Hold on. What we got? Yeah, hit that.
Who said that he rang up? The scores told him he rang up. It was over 50 grand, something like that.
Yes.
Over. Jesus Christ, Jimmy!
What?
Holy shit!
The worst smell ever in my life. Oh my God! It won't go away.
That is disgusting. It's in my nostrils.
Dude, that's horrific.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God! Shut up! I can't function.
It won't stop.
It's awful.
I had a burger on the Metro line yesterday.
Oh my God!
I need something. I'm gonna throw up.
It could be the worst one ever. It's like rotting eggs.
Like sands through the hourglass, so is the O&A virus.
How can I honestly say anybody rips me off? I mean, when I hear the same exact bits done, that's how I say it.
I mean, what about wow? That's totally their idea.
Oh, there you go. Okay. There's something new.
Well, and then...
There's something new. You know what? I used to do that in Washington, D.C. Tell him, Fred. I used to have people tie bandanas around their cars so that women would take their clothes off in the cars. Dude, get with it.
All right, well, I mean...
Give me an original idea.
Well,
Come
what about,
on.
I mean, I know.
I used to have my listeners tie a bandana around their car. I mean, I've done it all.
What about going off on...
I
totally know that's you.
All right, okay, whatever. I got to go. Please, I don't really want to get into a discussion like this.
So delusional.
That is really funny.
See,
Someone found the clip.
Yeah, that's something we couldn't play on the old show because of the gag order that he placed on us.
How do you tie a bandana around your car? That's a great one. That's a big bandana.
What's the matter? My car has cancer.
People throwing frisbees to their cars, jump and grab it.
God, just showing your age, man. You can't even tie bandanas to antennas anymore.
An antenna. It's all hippied out. You honk the horn, it's like beep, beep.
Dude.
Oh, dude.
He's so delusional.
Oh, man.
Just admit it.
Bandana
Wow is
on
such
the
an
car.
original idea.
I invented everything. I've done it all. He even said, I've done it all. Wow.
Even the stuff that's going to be invented, I did
done it
already.
all. There's no
I went into
original
a time
ideas.
machine
Everyone
and I
should
already
just
did it.
Kill themselves, Robin.
Right.
I've done it all. I was the first one to do anything. Marconi ripped me off, Robin. Remember the what was that thing called? Dot dash dash dot Morse code. It was Howard code earlier. The guy ripped me off. I invented SOS. Robin. What a complete jackass. He's the guy. Wow. Wow. He invented WOW. And it had nothing to do with Whip 'em Out Wednesday or WOW. It was tying a bandana around your car. Thank you, Howard.
And what were we supposed to do if you saw, like...
I don't know. He didn't really explain it very well.
Of course he's not going to explain.
If someone had a bandana tied around their car somehow, girls would get naked in the car? Was that what it wasn't even Flash. Yeah, girls would get naked. They're driving, taking their clothes off, crashing into a butt, Mr. Robin. I invented traffic accidents.
A bandana around an antenna. That reminds me of something else I've heard. It's called the fucking flag. That's not exactly somebody's fucking invention.
I invented that, Robin. They say Betsy Ross did that. I sewed the stars on. Ooh, it was all me.
I don't care.
I don't care.
I honestly don't care.
I don't care. I invented the bandana machine.
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
Yeah, I guess that's true, though. We're working on a Penthouse Magazine signing. Ooh. Anthony and I and little Jimmy Norton featured in the latest issue of Penthouse Magazine. Pretty long article, lots of pictures, blah, 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 blah. Check it out for yourself. It's available on newsstands now. And I guess we're going to get together for a quick 2-hour signing, maybe at the Penthouse Club here in New York City.
Ooh.
That could be really, really cool, so we'll see. Stay tuned for details on that little one.
Yes.
And don't forget, tomorrow we're in best of mode because we're flying out to L.A. for the X Games. We're going to be at the Home Depot Center Friday, broadcasting live from the X Games. And the show time is changing Friday. It will be 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. on the East Coast. That will be 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. for you West Coasters, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And in the break, Anthony said to me, he goes, hey, Jim, did you read that story?
I like to wind up Jimmy a little bit.
Well, you were completely right. And I'm like, what story? He goes, no, you probably didn't read it. He goes, go to page 16 of the Post. And I look at page 16. He goes, no, up. By the dental implants ad. So I look up. And Anthony points out that here's the story. Crown Heights Jew beaten by 3 blacks. A Hasidic man was attacked by 3 black men spewing anti-Semitic slurs at him as he walked to his Crown Heights home. Said the 3 men accosted him from behind, punched him in the face, knocked off his glasses, and shouted, hey, Jew, what are you doing here? Let's get the Jew. 3 Hasidic men came to this guy's aid, and the attackers ran off. Let me repeat that. Hey, Jew, what are you doing here? And then said, let's get the Jew. Page 16 of the New York Post next to a dental implants ad.
Yeah.
Fucking Nick, that fat Nick, who, again, little thug prick.
Right.
These guys were thug pricks. Got into it with each other because a thug recognizes a thug. I'm not saying Nick's a great guy. And it's front page news of both of these dog shit New York papers.
Yeah.
The fucking political correctness in this city it's vomit-inducing.
For days, it was front page news. He was
Hey,
on the front
Jew, let's get the Jew. How is that not the same merit of outrage? Where is the black community? Where is the press?
Nowhere. It's a hate crime under their under the presses. What the fuck's the word I'm looking for?
Under what dictates a hate crime? It certainly is.
Definition. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Fuck.
Under their presses.
Under the presses definition.
Oh, press. Okay.
Oh, the press's definition. Okay.
It's a hate crime.
And it's not that they don't care about Jews. It's not that they're it's that they're so afraid of being misconstrued as racist by criticizing somebody black on a racial issue.
That's it. You can't. You're not allowed. You're not allowed. These 3 black guys, racist. They're attacking a guy and spewing racial epithets.
Let's see, Daily News. I'm just curious as to where it is here.
I don't think you'll find it.
Now, because how can anybody not recognize that the press... Fox is conservative. Yes!
Mm-hmm.
But to think that the other papers or the other media outlets don't have a slant... Let's see. All right, I'm just trying to get through the 40
Where
pages
was it
of
on the
ads.
broadcast news, on TV, where they were a hate crime today? Where were they?
They were too busy standing in the fucking subway complaining that there might be racial profiling from people trying to idiotically protect their own lives from being blown apart by a backpack bomb.
Page 16.
I'm not that conservative. I honest to God am not. I know I sound like a Bush lover. I'm for stem cell research. I'm for gay marriages. I don't give a shit. I'm not that conservative.
A boot in the belly in 8 months pregnancy?
Absolutely.
Sure,
or as
whatever
I
it
like
takes.
to call it, you put your foot out, there go the steps, the old whoops-a-daisy.
Wow.
Hey, Jew, what are you doing here? And let's get the Jew.
Yeah. If that isn't hate crime, and then they beat him.
And they beat him and punched him and attacked him 3-on-1. Where the fuck is the mainstream media? The Times would never cover it. No. Never. They'd actually apologize to the young man for that annoying Jew being in their black sight line. That fucking liberal rag. Yeah, liberal rag.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks. Disprove what I say, please. Can the press for once report something like this as a racial crime from the other end?
It's just evident every day. Every day stuff like this is just right in your face. People don't want to see it. You tell them, look, why is it on page 16? Why isn't it front page news like stupid fat Nick and the black guy he clubbed over the head with a baseball bat? Who was into... I don't know, but I doubt the Jew was walking around looking to steal cars that night, too.
Absolutely. That was a 3-on-3. This was a 3-on-1. This guy was walking home, not a criminal. They were 3-on-3, and the guys were there to rob a car.
Yeah.
And yet that is still front-page news.
Mm-hmm.
How does anybody not want to throw up?
And he's still in jail with no bail.
He's still in jail.
Because no judge wants to give him bail, or he will be crucified by blacks and the media as being, look at this guy, this racist judge let this racist out of jail. So he sits there and rots. He hits some guy over the head, a car thief over the head with a bat, and he's in jail. This, page 16.
Where's the civil libertarians? Where's all like the New York Civil Liberties Union, ACLU? Where are you being vocal about something like this? You're not.
It's expected of them, Jimmy.
Exactly what it is.
With those people, it's expected, so we don't make that much of a fuss.
Okay. We have one more story to get to before we get out of here.
Suck. Oh. They do it on. It's not again. Nobody sits down. It's like the JFK assassination. Mm-hmm. Nobody sits down and says, "All right, guys, don't do this." It's an unspoken rule. You just know it exists. You know it exists. But you know what?
Oh!
I was so glad I didn't have to go into cheery mode right there.
What happened?
You wrong button pushing son of a bitch.
You had the.
I'm not feeling too good about myself.
You had the wrong template on, didn't you?
I'm not feeling too good about myself.
Oh, don't let it get you down.
My whole responsibility during that rant was to push one lousy button, and I couldn't do it.
You could do it. It was a mistake. Oh, we all make them.
But I tried.
It happens.
But it's every time you look at it, that's what you see in the media. Oh.
I didn't push that.
That's a good idea, too.
All right, well.
Oh, wait.
Oh, man.
There you are. Get
that
the hotness
been really
back in the
good,
show.
too. All right, here we go. We have one more story to get to. This is a big story today as well. Listen to this.
Talking about violent video games and that controversy getting even hotter. This time the controversy is over a game called Bully that has not even hit store shelves yet. Dozens of people from a group called Peaceaholics showed up at the downtown offices of Rockstar Games. Protesters complain Bully encourages students to harm and even kill their classmates.
It's a school violence simulator. You'd have to wonder about an adult who would play this game, and it's clearly pitched to teenagers.
Take-Two Rockstar Games produces Bully. The same company released the game Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, which is the subject of lawsuits and a federal investigation. Rockstar says a rating of M for mature should keep Bully out of the hands of teenagers.
Wow, Rockstar.
Rockstar.
Just getting beat up.
Fucking... But the most important thing is that there are people that actually say, I have to go to a Peaceaholics meeting, and nobody kicks them in the groin.
Peaceaholics?
That's also known as Douches Anonymous. Bunch of nerds.
That is horrible. Peaceaholic. And their whole battle cry is that they are not asking that this be taken off the market or they stop making it.
Okay.
They are actually demanding that they stop making it. Rockstar.
Well, it's funny. How about Peaceaholics? Let's see. Maybe you could go to Crown Heights, you fucking cowards. Maybe you could go to Crown Heights and protest, hey, Jew, what are you doing here? And let's get the Jew.
Right.
Maybe you want to get something done, you want to fucking protest a video game. How about protesting something like that?
Because video games are easier.
Of course, they're
real
safe.
Life, you got to deal with real people. It's a problem. This is easy. Bully. This sounds like a game I would play. I don't know any adult that would play this.
Well, you got to
Sounds
question.
Fun.
Yeah, you got to question what that adult's all about if they play a game
That's
like
what
this.
they said. You got to question. You know what you question? There is no question. It's fun entertainment. They call these things violence simulators, like you're training, like you're in training when you play this.
Well, that's the latest angle that they're taking with this whole thing.
Of course it is. It's not. It's
teaching
an
people how to kill
game.
cops.
How fun is this to just mosey around this school of preps and beat them up and be the bully? It's great. You crack them over the head with things. You go to parties.
You get your aggression out that way instead of actually doing it.
Or you just play the game because it's fun. Why does everyone have to look at these games like they're violence simulators, cop killer simulators? They put these labels on these things that they're not. It's just entertainment. It's like sitting in front of a friggin' movie. When you watch a movie about a murderer, are you a serial killer? Are you in training to become a serial killer? No, you're watching it to entertain yourself. This is an interactive movie. That's what these are. Oh, Jimmy, you...
And video games are made with bad taste in mind.
Right.
Always has.
That's what people want to play.
They understand there's bad taste in mind.
You also want to do things that you couldn't do in real life. You want to fly a plane, you get a flight simulator. You want to go into space, you get one of the space games. You want to violently bludgeon someone over the head with a club, you get a game like GTA.
You want to dress like a faggot? Get EverQuest.
Hey, now what's wrong with a wizard robe and a pointy hat?
And what's that thing you have? The lampier?
My rapier.
Oh, yeah, rapier.
It's appropriate you wear a robe. It's a wizard robe with some tear-stained tissues in the pocket.
Oh, is that a silent one, Jimmy?
What?
Did you let a silent one out? Because it is so bad. It is. I got to get out of here.
There's a good observation here from Dwayne. Go ahead, Dwayne.
Dwayne.
Hey.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up, Dwayne?
I don't know if you guys seen any of the graphics from Bully yet, but if you look at the main character, he looks just like a little Jimmy Norton.
There is a resemblance.
Well, I'm looking. It looks like a very angry Jimmy. I don't know.
I've never been a bully. I don't like to pick on weak things. Or strong things. I just talk shit and hide.
You're at a boarding school.
Ooh.
Oh, and the character's name is Jimmy. He has full academic schedule, but that doesn't mean he actually goes to class. It's totally up to you whether Jimmy pays attention or neglects his studies. See, I guess you could theoretically play this game where you just go to class.
Here's the deal. Listen to this. Young protesters, they showed up there. Okay, they're carrying banners reading, President Bush, save the youth, don't let us down. And then they quote some of these people. This is what's driving me nuts today. It's important that we're here today because violent images seen on games are copied by kids.
Where's your studies, asshole?
Please give me one study that I can read about this. No one has been able to prove this. They would love to prove this fact.
It would be so easy for them to shut down the video game industry. They cannot prove that.
No, they say.
We're trying to stop people from getting hurt before it's too late. Let's see.
They are just ripping away your entertainment, people.
They got studies all over the place. They are trying to prove this point. They just can't.
Tearing it away.
We love our video games. Don't take them away from us.
Well, you're over 30. You can't possibly play them. Phil Mushnick.
But I'm just, but they're going to tone them down. There's a reason why video games are pretty much outselling DVD movies at this point.
Yeah.
People are really, really into their gaming these days.
What's the name of that organization, Ope, that was protesting?
Peaceaholics.
Peaceaholics.
Right.
Peaceaholic.
Ugh. AnthonyGamefly.com. I mean, we love our gaming. We love our games. We understand, most of us, that there's bad taste in these games. And we love it. Can't get enough of it.
They're just fun and entertaining to play. Can't anyone understand that? Gamefly. They're the world's leading online video game rental service. You know that? It's easy. It's so easy. They'll let you have 2 games at a time. Games that you keep as long as you want without any late fees. And if you like the game you're playing, you just click Keep It in your game queue. That easy. No trips to the stores or nothing. And then you'll get this mint condition box, the manual, all delivered to you just like as if you bought it in the store. All at a great member discount. Go to Gamefly.com/XM to get signed up. Only costs $21.95 a month. But you can start with a free 2-week XM trial. No commitments. You cancel anytime you want. Start playing the latest releases of all those games that you really love and want to play, or just some you might want to check out at Gamefly.com. They got over 2,500 titles to choose from for all the platforms: Xbox, PS2, GameCube, Game Boy Advance, DS, and the new PSP. 2 games at a time. No shipping either way. Can't lose. Keep the game as long as you want. No late fees. All the games you want to check out at Gamefly.com. That's GAMEFLY.com/XM. And plug in XM in the promo code box to get your special offer. Gamefly.com.
All right, let's say hi to Randy. Randy, what did you learn on the show today?
I learned that some people should just listen to the show. Sorry, truckers.
Perfect. A lot of truckers called today. Eric, what's up?
Hey, what's up, buddy? I want to know what I learned today.
Go ahead.
I learned when you fart, it sounds like lumpy oatmeal dumps. and when Jimmy farts, it sounds like a noise that came out of a canister in a room full of Jews. Oh, Jimmy, one more thing.
I'm sorry.
Hung up on him.
Sean in Jersey, what's up?
What's up, boys? Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank you, Angel.
I learned today, she likes apples, he has a cock.
Kevin in Jersey, what did you learn on the show today?
I learned that little Jimmy Norton has aged 15 years in the past 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And it is also okay for me to beat up Jews.
Yeah, pretty much according to the local papers, yes.
Yeah, it's no big deal.
All right, we had another assault on the media today. Listen to how it went down on the replay of this fine program. Why are you bringing him...
Thank you.
A muffin with a candle. It's not his birthday.
Birthday muffin.
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to you.
It's not
Happy birthday, dear Jimmy. Happy birthday to me. You. Blow the candle out before you fart again.
Wait, let me see if my wish came true. Let me open up my check. Yup, it says Jim Opie Hughes.
And by the way,
that'll put an end to that whole birthday shtick.
The leader of the Assault on the Media contest for August is still Lion Guy from Alabama.
Yeah, the Lion was brilliant.
Our own Danny had one this morning that was really good.
Nice job.
The video's up on OpieAnthony.com. And
Danny and Travis, great job today, too.
Oh, yeah, the Who Farted game from Danny and Travis. Very, very good.
And thanks to that tall kid in the back there for just kind of holding down the phones.
Just hanging out.
Next time you hear us live, it'll be from the X Games Friday in L.A.
Oh.
Showtime is 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. on the East Coast. You figure it out for the West Coast. See you in L.A.
Mwah.
This concludes our podcast day. The Opie Anthony Show.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
All right, listen.
Does that sound believable?
No.
Shut up, Jimmy. You know I don't talk to you when the mic's on. Dick.
I'm not taking the Dick Cavett thing home.
No.
I don't need
This
it.
is what I think of Dick Cavett.
No, we need it.
I mean,
Stop it.
But
don't,
please.
Don't break it. Don't break it.
What?
Don't break it.
Why?
Ben will kill you.
What?
I'll kill you. Ben will kill you. Oh, jeez. Explain it to Ben.
Let's go get lunch.
Now explain that to Ben.